You are now listening to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
My name is DJ Vince Adams. I absolutely appreciate what the Chicago Clubhouse crew is doing for the city of Chicago.
Hey, young world, what's good? It's your boy Bernard Varian, a.k.a. B Twice.
What up? This is Rasheed Davis, former Chicago Bear wide receiver.
Hey, my name is Lemuel Stinson, a.k.a. Lemonade, formerly of the Chicago Bears.
What's up? My name is C.J. Watson, former Bulls guard and bench farm creator.
This is two-time six-man all-star baller Ricky Deuces Pierce.
What's up, people? This is Chicago radio legend Rick Party, the voice you hear everywhere.
My name is Pee-wee from the movie House Party.
This is Megan Martinez from the Good and Funny Podcast.
Hey, this is Bubba Ball from the Shits Podcast.
Hey, this is Nika from One Shot Wellness, Reverend from the ATL, dropping some drips on that Chi-Town Clubhouse Podcast.
This is Sherry, and you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
You're now rocking with Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
Where they think they know everything.
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 But they don't know shit.
But they don't know shit.
But they don't know shit. But they really don't know shit.
But they really don't know shit.
But they really don't know shit.
But honestly, they don't know shit.
Hey, man, I smell something. I smell podcast. The Chicago Clubhouse Podcast Show.
They really don't know shit.
You already know what time it is.
You see this Eddie Jackson jersey right here? Take this.
This dude literally just took my soul.
So I didn't like playing with Brett Favre at all.
You could have waited until the draft if you wanted to look at another quarterback. You didn't have to sign Andy Dalton, who is really nothing but a backup.
Evander Holyfield is 58 years old. What you want to fight a 58-year-old man?
But man, he wants to keep fighting.
Because he want to fight him. Okay, it's an exhibition.
But yeah, it's an exhibition because But
this ain't Drago and Apollo Creed, man. Ain't nobody about to.
Man, Martin and Tommy Hearns was an exhibition. You saw what happened to Martin.
This could hurt.
Thanks, Hayden. Nothing but the best.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, bro, tough for real, man.
Yeah, man. He like tougher than some grown folks I know, man.
That as a coach, your job is to give your players the best opportunity to have success.
Michael Jordan, when he came back at LeBron James' age, he was a straight up nothing.
That is blasphemy on his computer right now.
I'm gonna tell you something. Without Dennis Rodman, I couldn't see them winning like they did those second three championships. I can't see it.
I agree.
And now I'm the voice of SportsCenter on ESPN. Now on SportsCenter tonight, LeBron James and whatever.
Do you guys really coach how exactly to tackle correctly? Because I see it all over the league now. People cannot tackle like they did whenever you guys played. But do you guys practice tackling at all?
Welcome to the podcast where we think we know everything, but we don't know shit. But what we do know is that schedule came out. That Bears schedule came out. It's not tough. It's not a cakewalk, but it's not tough. And we were there at the unveiling because that shit got leaked before it was even supposed to be unveiled. So, but it is kind of favorable. And I know this isn't necessarily a popular opinion, but I'm going to give it anyway. The Bears can actually have an above 500 season. Yeah, I said it with my chest too. The Bears can have an above 500 season. And we'll get into the games that they're playing. We'll get into that a little later. But JB and I had the opportunity to be at the unveiling. It was at this spot in the Fulton Market area at a spot called the Punch Bowl Lounge. Oh my God, the place is dope. It's real dope. They have bowling, they have ping pong. It's a great place. It's really big. It's expensive as hell, but it's a really nice place. And we got a chance to chop it up with Cairo Santos, who has a leg made of steel. And we were just telling him how like he's automatic. Like we don't even have to bite our fingernails when we see him about to kick. You know, before when we saw Cody Parkey or even Eddie Pinheiro, we'd be like, oh shit, is he gonna make this? But with Carroll, it's like, oh shit, we know he got it in the bag. He's automatic, almost like Robbie Gold. But well, we ain't gonna talk about him because he ain't a bear no more. So anyway, we have a great podcast lined up tonight. I can't wait to get into it. So I'm going to bring in my all-star team. First up, my man who knows every single stat from every single team, basketball and football, 80s and 90s. My man, JB. So what we got to new edition? We got the new edition going on. Okay.
Oh, my secret.
All right.
You know, shout out to Magic Johnson. You know that little documentary Winning Time. If you ain't been watching, y'all need to get on it.
That documentary is dope. It is so dope. Yeah, man.
Did you get it yet?
How was your weekend, JB?
Man, peaceful. You know, that's all I can ask for. As long as it's peaceful, we winning.
Was your son Cam dunking on more heads?
Oh no! I didn't play with him this weekend. Maybe Monday, maybe next Monday.
We gotta pull that up and put that on the podcast, man. That's incredible. Okay. He's just shitting on people, man.
Hey, anytime. I'd love. We'd appreciate the publicity. Thank you.
No doubt. Oh, excuse me. So our next part of the All-Star team, the new dude, the rookie to the All-Star team, but our guy, Frank the Tank.
Still no entrance music yet, man. I totally forgot that until I decided that you came in there, man. How's it going, guys?
Get it, Frank, man. What's going on, man?
Not much. Same as JB. Good weekend, man. It was a
good weekend.
Nice, relaxing, nice weather type weekend.
Yeah, man. Talk about that bad news, though. Well, not bad news for you, but bad news that you saw on social media.
Oh.
Which one? The Tariq Cohen one?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's horrible, isn't it?
Like, damn, man. Like, literally when that happened, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Just like, I know he's not a Bear anymore, but it doesn't matter, man. That it just hurts. Like, you just finally are getting your mindset back into it. You're finally healing yourself, making a video so people can see that you're back, and then bam. That's just all you can do right now is hope for the best, man, and just hope that's not an Achilles injury, because that's clearly what it looked like.
Man.
Well, I'll say this. Klay Thompson went through something possibly similar to that, and he's back playing. So we'll just keep that man in our prayers, and Tariq get healthy soon.
Absolutely.
We're still fans.
Hope you come back, man. Hope you come back. But hey, so our guest tonight, I'm excited, man. A lot of people remember him from special teams. A lot of people remember him playing cornerback and intercepting a lot of passes. Some people even remember him as the dude who is about to fuck mess.
Oh God! I wanted to talk to DJ about that, man. He's had some great moments on the Bears, hands down, but man, he wanted to destroy Matthew Stafford when he said, and it looks like he hesitated for a second too, but man, he just went.
But real Bears fans like us know him for all of the above.
Absolutely.
So with no further ado, shout out to Chris Shanaford for making this happen. Shout out, Chris. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Chris.
But yeah, so without further ado, let's bring him on in, DJ Moore.
What up? What y'all doing?
Welcome.
What's up, man?
Ain't nothing much. I ain't playing no damn special team.
Oh.
You didn't play in the special team? I just want to sing you on special team.
No,
not randomly. I went no damn good on special team.
Oh, that wasn't you gunning down
hell
the field.
Hell no, put me in the game, coach. I ain't running down there hitting nobody. no big head wall.
But you do remember attacking Matthew Stafford after he grabbed you by the neck and threw you to the ground.
No, you can't forget that. Before we got on about teaching, that's the first thing the kids come up and show you.
Oh, they remember. Well, no, they just look it up.
Yeah, and so now the first thing I show them when I introduce myself, I'll show them the video. I know it's gonna come. You know, but let's go ahead and get out the way real quick. Here you go, right here.
Right.
It's a good segue. It says you guys better pay attention in class. Look what happens when people get out of line, you know.
You test one of them kids, you going to the crib. You ain't got to worry about that.
So DJ, do you watch the Bears a lot now?
No, not as much. Honestly, I just do anything Disney related. If you're talking about Bruno, I'm with you. Kids stuff related. But I mean, I do normally go back and watch the highlights of the game and kind of keep up with it a little bit.
Okay. I mean, you gotta be nice about who they picked up as far as a head coach, because he's a big reminder of Lovie Smith and all those type of coaches that you had.
Yeah, well, I don't say disappointed. I think all the teams that it seemed to have been winning Super Bowls have been offensive-minded coaches.
Yeah.
And when you get a defensive-minded coach and just playing for a defensive-minded coach, to me, it seems to stall the offense because the offensive coordinator is looking over at the coach like, what you want to do? And they looking at you like, you throw that fucking ball one more time, I'm going to come across and hit you in your face or something. So to me, I just thought, even though, the previous guy didn't work out, to me, it makes sense to just always swing and miss on offensive coaches, because the swing and miss on a defensive coach, to me, in this day and time where it's all about offense, to me, doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
So are you familiar with the Bears' first two picks, the second and third round? They picked Kyler Gordon, a cornerback out of Penn State.
No, out of Washington.
Penn State was
Washington. I'm sorry, Penn State is
their other pick.
I'm sorry, I'm getting it confused again. Yeah. Are you familiar with either one of those guys?
Well, no. I mean, they on defense. I love defense. But my thing is, again, we had a receiver leave and sign with somebody. I'm like, who do we have running routes for the quarterbacks who's supposed to be the guy? You know what I mean? Because he's already injury prone. We don't want to – he can run, but if he get hit, he may be out, you know what I mean, for a little while. So I just think you want more offense, honestly. I mean, I'm good.
I think everybody
thought defensive players, but it was so many receivers running so fast. Listen, I'm just pick them until you can't pick them no more.
Yeah.
It's not a bad philosophy, actually.
No, it's not. And I honestly, I think the Bears just went for best available because, I mean, from what I heard is they really wanted that Watson wide receiver, but Green Bay Packers traded up and took him right before us. And it seems like after that, they was just like, I'm just going to take the best available. And the one thing I will say, the Bears had a lot of holes. I mean, it wasn't just wide receivers. They needed offensive linemen. They needed wide receivers. They needed defensive backs. Like, their defensive backfield the last, 3-4 years, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. And
well, my only thing is, if you go anywhere, to me, offensive line first because you have to protect. I mean, you have to protect the quarterback.
Yeah.
On defense, if you go anywhere, to me, it's just pass rush. You can have shitty DBs, but a good pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
You can have great DBs and a bad pass rush, and it's going to look really the same. And of late, it's been either Khalil Mack was bad, and then the other guy stepped up, Quinn stepped up, and then the year before that, he got sacked.
Bad, right?
Like, damn, he looks shitty. Like, what is this? And then all of a sudden, he like blossoms. But again, everybody's not on the same page with the defense line. So when I played, I didn't have to worry about nothing. Like 3 seconds, shit, if he ain't sacked, coach is going to be pissed at somebody up front on defensive line. And if you can't depend on it, it's just going to be hard in the back end. I don't care, what happens. So I think even with Eddie Jackson, he can, he can play. But again, if it ain't no damn sack, everybody going to get exposed after a while.
And that was a very good point because we had one of the best pass rushing defenses in the NFL when Eddie Jackson had that phenomenal pick 6 season that he had in 18.
In 18, yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, DJ, because my next question was going to be, what do you think Eddie Jackson's problem is? And do you think now that he has Jaquan Brisker on his side who can hit, do you think that problem will be alleviated?
No, because we've been signing people. His counterpart has outplayed him the last probably 2 or 3 years. Whoever it's been, they've been outplaying him. But for him, he just works off instincts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I can't get in my pedal and just break to the ball without somebody having to like break the pocket or not being sacked, it's just harder. And like Tang was saying, them pick 6 come from me just going, and I know you don't have time to look nowhere else. But again, when you that instinctive player and you gotta like run this way, and then he's not sacked, and you gotta run back, and then all of a sudden, somebody in the open they want you to tackle, and man, you like, man, I catch in the session, baby. Well, shit, you ain't catching them, so you gonna have to tackle somebody, man.
Yeah, that's when you had a healthy Akeem Hicks and a healthy Mac that year, man. And we never had it again since.
Yeah.
And I want to jog your memory a little bit, DJ, because we were saying here, like, you should have just gotten some of those receivers. We found you in the 4th round. After being first team, you went to Vanderbilt. So after being, first team SEC, that is the conference. Everybody knows it's like, that's the conference. So
third all-time interceptions, man.
You're playing against NFL talent every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And we found you in the 4th round. So speak to that a little bit. Like, could we have waited till that 4th round? Do you feel 5th round and got like a Zion McCullum or somebody like that? Did we have to go?
Well, no, and you may even have him on the team now. You may have him from the free agents. You could have him.
Okay.
But you just want, as a fan, to say, hey, man, like, I know what you're trying to do. You may find him, but you trying to go defense when you have a defensive coach, I guess, or whatever. So it's just a little bit harder.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, our
it's
number
attainable, right? Like you said, because he might be on we don't even know, he might be on the practice squad.
Yeah, he may be. And I honestly, some of the best players that I've ever seen have been on the practice squad. They might not even make our team, and I'd be looking around like, man, if he can't make a team, I don't know what the hell I'm doing on this team.
Yeah, I mean,
I forgot what the receiver now. He just came for like a week, and I'm like, this motherfucker is awesome. Like, what are you doing wrong? Or you'll see people get cut, and then you'll see people make the team. Like, hey, man, on my high school team, you would have struggled to get playing time. I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know who your friends are. I don't know what your prayer looks like. It is awesome. You praying, I mean, your knees are bleeding. You close your eyes the whole time. Your focus stays in. It's amazing. But I just want you to see, like, hey, man, like, what is it like? Offense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of the way. Let me go get my kid in a sec. He is going nuts.
Yeah, I mean, and give or take, our number 1 receiver this year, what was he, a 5th round pick?
Yeah.
Mooney, Darnell Mooney had a great rookie season too. Like, he's looking really good. And we moved on from Allen Robinson, like, sad. But I mean, Mooney's our number 1, and we picked up some depth people like We got our offensive coordinator is the quarterback coach under Aaron Rodgers. Who knows if that's going to work? Because brand new offensive coordinator, and you had Aaron Rodgers, so you don't know. It could have been Aaron Rodgers who made it, which I'm sure Aaron Rodgers made a lot of people. But he brought this wide receiver with him too, who I think he was like a 5th string wide receiver, never made the team, and from what I'm hearing is Aaron Rodgers didn't like him. And we all know if you don't wash Aaron Rodgers' hair properly, you're not going to play. Like that's just how it is. Aaron Rodgers runs that team, no matter what anybody says. He runs that team.
Now, and my thing would be for him because what is his name? Adams.
Devontae
Adams went to Oakland.
To me, he was really good. Not only because of Aaron Rodgers, but they moved him around so much.
Yeah, right. He was a beast.
It wasn't like I'm outside on the star corner playing in the outside. I'm in the slide. I'm in motion. And I think Nagy did a good job with Mooney with doing it. Now, a lot of times Mooney was probably considered pretty much like Tariq Cohen, where you just a little running back. So you don't really know, like, can he run routes? Is he going to be good against that number one corner? Is he going to just sit him outside and just say, hey, I know you can run past people, but can you actually run routes, get out your route, and different things like that? And then, are you going to be able to move him around? And if I move him around, who else is going to have attention on them? Because if they can't get open, then I can always have my best player here, or even the safety looking at you, and it's going to be a struggle. Then what are you going to do with the quarterback? Are you going to have him run more? We know you can run. We just haven't seen him like be able to sit in the pocket for a long extent of the time. And when he does run, even Ohio State, he got injured. So it's just everything is just kind of up in the air, at this point. I know you talked about having a favorable season, a favorable record. I mean, our schedule is no matter if it's hard or as bad as always 8-8 or 7-9, no matter how hard or how easy it is. So beating good teams and then losing the bad ones. So we just got to figure out how to and really beat Green Bay at least one time.
Yes. Yes.
Shit. Like you get one close game and then get the shit beat out you the next game. So,
right.
I've always said
Green Bay struggling. Oh, never mind. The Bears coming. And Rodgers is going into fucking zero again. Oh, damn.
Yeah. I always said Chicago will be having a parade the day Aaron Rodgers leaves Green Bay because, man, I hate to say it after he said he owns us because he does. It's hard to say it, but he destroyed us as
But at least don't show it on the field. One thing I liked about y'all, DJ.
Well, he's a cocky a-hole, so I mean.
But y'all, no matter what, you and Tim Jennings, man, y'all had like that no-fly zone mentality that I love. Like, even if they caught the ball, y'all made them pay. Like, I love that about y'all. Like, take some personal pride. I don't know, some of these guys, man, I don't know if they like friends or whatever, man. I just be wondering, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like,
for us, and it's the whole defense in general. Like, we knew that, like, the defensive line, everything was fast. And we just ran cover 2. And even if we were struggling, coach would come look at us and say, hey, man, we're going to run cover 2. Don't say shit to me. Don't ask no question. We run a cover 2. You know what you're doing, so get to the ball fast.
That's it.
So, the offense knows what you're doing. So you just know, hey, listen, I ain't got time. And if you can read the quarterback and if you understand your defense, you get to the ball faster. I think the Seahawks did the whole cover 3 thing. Then you have some teams that'll run some real complex stuff, but most of the time, hey man, run something basic, know what you're doing, make people pay for it when they catch it, or make them try to fumble or do something and get to the quarterback.
Now, do you think that's easier for some? Because now you just mentioned complicated. Is the new so-called defenses, are they too complicated for the type of players we've been having?
No, I don't think so. I think it all boils down to if you can't get to the quarterback, everything looks bad.
Everything looks bad.
Yeah, if I paid this DN to sack people and this DN to sack people and this D lineman to sack people and stop the run, and I ain't doing that, then unless you just got somebody it's hard to be able to chase people around. Like I can't grab you. I can't put my hands on you. You're not guarding nobody doing that. I don't care what level it is.
You also be scared to hit quarterbacks nowadays too, because it's so easy to get personal fouls when you're sacking a quarterback.
Well, quarterback, receivers, the ball in the air, shit, if they catch it, you better not hit them too hard. Shit, you gotta lay their ass on the pillow.
Yeah, that wasn't like it back then with you guys, man. You guys would light people the hell up, and I love it.
That's why I was like, even if they caught the ball, they was gonna pay for it.
Yeah, And I mean, that's what
the rules are
Eberflus.
different now. And even like college, it's hard to watch it because it's like the damn star player hit somebody hard, then they got to sit out the rest of the game, and depending on what part of the game it is, they got to sit out the next game. It's like it's tackle fucking football.
Yeah.
My son came to me the other day. I want to play football. I said, "Are you sure? Because they're gonna be tackling your little ass." It look cool when you can run a little bit, but they hit you in the mouth. And, hey, listen, I ain't gonna be able to come out on the field.
Right.
It's gonna be a problem. You making me look stupid now. Shit.
It's funny because that's exactly what my son said too. He's like, I want to play football, but I want to tackle people. I don't want to get tackled.
How old is your son, DJ?
7.
Oh, he a little fella. Yeah.
Yeah, and now he a big kid, but he can run. But when you ain't never tackled before, because they were the new one, he was moving the tackle if he was gonna play.
Okay.
I'm just like, you gotta understand. Even I was in college when I get my ass my freshman year about 160, getting ran over, had to go back to my dorm room, talk to my girlfriend, like, shit, I don't know if I want to do this.
You had to rethink your options.
Ran me over 4 or 5 times in a row. I remember catching a game when we played Duke. I caught the game winning interception. I was like, fuck that football, man. I don't even care. Let's go home. I'm on my back all game. I'm like, I don't know if I can. I promise you, I was just, man, I live so much waste that summer. I said, God damn.
So, DJ, when you played and you were out there on the field, who made you feel really comfortable? Like, okay, I know he got my back. I know he gonna do what he's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna just concentrate on this. Who made you feel like that?
I would say the whole defense, but the linebackers most of Urlacher and Briggs. I was like a little baby backer, and really that's all I was when I came in and played nickel.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everybody knew what to do. And even Lovey would always say, hey, the start of defense is defense. I know you got a Hall of Famer here and maybe one out there and maybe one beside him, but you do what you're supposed to do and you good. And for me, and I was really fortunate enough because Lovey was my nickel coach. We only had one nickel. So imagine going into the damn head coach's office every day.
Every day.
And that year was like I came in there the first day. He was like, he asked me what I had to do. Like, he asked me what Urlacher had to do on this play. And I'm like, fuck you mean what Urlacher gotta do? I ain't got shit to do with him. Shit. So I gotta go back and study. So I come back the next day. And then he's like, I'm thinking Urlacher, he about to ask me about Urlacher. And then he don't ask me about Urlacher. Now he asked me about the D-line. I'm like, God damn, dude. I don't know about no fucking D-line. So now I'm studying everything. I come back the next day, he ain't asked me about shit. What? So now I'm on edge because I just know he gonna ask me a question about something, and I'm not trying to look stupid as hell.
Right.
So now I'm learning so much shit. Now I know what everybody doing. So even in the game, when Urlacher mess up, I'm looking at him like, hey man, the fuck are you doing? You messing up. He looking at me laughing like I said, you can't look at me because on TV they think that shit my fault. I ain't know how to frame him. You looking at me, he just laughing coming out of the field. Like, no, you fucking up, man. So it makes it easy when you know your position and everybody's position. I think young players don't understand that. It's like, hey man, if I know what you're doing, then I know where I need to be. I know what the other people need to be. And it makes you, and I tell a lot of cats that I train now is when you get done, your coach should say, hey man, like, man, you'll be a great coach. Because if he ain't saying that to you, don't want you to coach with him, like, man, you don't know shit. He can run fast and that's it.
Oh no.
So reversing that question, and I'm not necessarily I'm not looking for you to throw nobody under the bus, but
trying to Pat Bev me, huh?
See? Kinda. When you were on the field, who was that one player you were like, oh shit?
I honestly, no, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even know really. And on our defense, I probably was the worst of them, and I wasn't bad. You know what I mean? So it was a really good defense. Now I knew with me, like if you were throwing the ball, I was fine. But if I was tackling you, shit, probably not the one you need tackling right now. But for the most part, like covering people, Peanut was pretty good. Well, he played Megatron really good.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else he played it. Now, if they caught the ball, he would always make them fumble. I wasn't confident he was gonna guard anybody except Megatron. But I knew when you called it, he was gonna make your ass fumble though. So it really didn't matter.
You made it look so easy.
Honestly, for us, it was just most of offense. It's like, God damn, man, we just got the ball for y'all.
Right.
Give us a damn
or you sit down, they're talking to you, they're like, point alert. Why in the hell are we doing hurry up offense if our offense is bad? Like, do something different or something. Run the clock out. So for us, that's what I thought. To me, it was just like you was just so frustrated with the offense a lot of times. And it's like, oh yeah, they're going good. And all of a sudden, like, yeah, it's one of them games. Just as soon as you come out of the field, just run your ass back out there, man.
Right. You couldn't finish your sandwich or nothing.
That sounds like the Bears ever since then. It's still them now. It is.
Let's not talk about that because I mean, I want to go back to that 2010 season. Y'all was kind of magical, man. Like, was that one of your favorite seasons? That 11-5 season? Although you did beat Green Bay in the regular season, they kind of got us in the second round. That was Jay Cutler and the bicycle thing.
Yeah,
when he was hurt, right?
Was that the NFC Championship game?
Yeah, that was the NFC.
Nope, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That was
Raji. That's when that fat ass Raji picked us off and took it to the end zone, didn't he?
Yeah, no, that's good. And that was the only time I ever got to the playoffs. And the playoffs were different. I always thought people would lie to me. When I went to camp, they were like, "Oh, camp is hard." I'm like, "Shit, camp easy." Like nobody ain't trying to tackle you, or it ain't like college where it's like, "Shit, line up, we gonna just run people, do receivers versus DB, just running people over." Like we ain't gotta do none of this shit. Everybody trying to stay healthy. But they're like, "Hey man, when you get in the playoffs, everybody gonna be running fast." I'm like, "Man, shit, they been running fast all year." Shit, me. They was out there like, "No, when I get finished running this route, I'm going home." And everybody was like, "Shit, we are moving out here." So I think it was a real cool experience, honestly, the playoff in that season. Because I mean, shit, after that it was, you back to 8-8, back to 9-7, or we got that once we got the 10 win, but you didn't make the playoffs. So
that was lovely last year, right?
It was a cool season because even the last game, I think it was the last game of the regular season. Shit, we didn't have to win the game. We tried our best to goddamn keep them out of the playoff. So
we lost to Green Bay that game too, if I'm not mistaken. But it was like, had we won that, we were still number one in the division, so it didn't matter.
If we had won that game, they would have been out of the playoffs.
They would have been out the playoff. That's
what been out of the playoffs. So we couldn't get that done, and you knew like shit. You ain't gonna sit here and keep beating Aaron Rodgers. Shit don't work that way.
Right. But I still got to give y'all love on that team, man. Like that secondary, you, Tim Jennings, man, Peanut, Chris Harris. Like y'all, remember y'all had Pep up front, Izzy. Like that was a nice squad. Like y'all was doing y'all thing. Daniel Manning was floating around hitting folks.
Yeah, I remember Dan, big hitter.
That was one of our
was right? Shit, he was one of the fastest cats ever.
Daniel Manning.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a lot of special teams as far as kickoffs, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Well, he did a lot. I mean, I think even in high school, I think he went like a 10-2 and 100. He was fucking moving.
Oh, he was Olympic sprinter.
Yes.
Speed.
Now Chris Harris was slow as shit. 5'4", 4'8", 4'9". He was the smartest I've ever seen. Like,
but he was the smartest.
Oh no, listen, like, he was the slowest motherfucker I've ever seen. When I tell people to this day, listen, if this motherfucker here running 4'8", 4'9" at safety, but he just know what he can do, what he need to do. Because even when he came back, I don't know if he got traded from Carolina. He came back from Carolina. Like the coach asked him about a play, he drew up the whole fucking defense. They won. He said, he ain't playing. Now he coaching now, but he knew everything.
Yeah, he down in Washington. He their defensive backs coach.
Oh yeah, listen. When I say knew everything, because if he didn't know everything, he was slow as shit. He ain't catching, walking nobody down, but he knew what you was supposed to be. And if you know somebody supposed to be, shit, he was getting there.
He'll pop your ass though.
And he hit him hard than a motherfucker too.
Yeah,
he will. He'll do that for sure.
Yeah.
That's like I love that because like from that middle end, like from even Spice was hitting folk, Pep was hitting folk. Like it was like y'all was hitting. I loved it. And now we got flag football on Sundays.
Exactly.
And Eddie Jackson.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, because
35 minutes into the show.
The league gets more popular when you score more touchdowns. Like that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. Is it cliche to say defense still wins championships? We just saw it.
You still need an offense, though.
But we literally just saw
at the end now, what's going to happen all the time is in the playoffs, they start letting defense play.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll stall out, or you'll get into the Super Bowl like, shit, I thought y'all was good on offense. Like, no, they letting us play defense today, so shut the fuck up.
Well, to me, it really don't matter though. To me, defense do win championships.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, they can't win if they can't score. And the thing about defense is you can score on defense.
If you look at these past few years on the playoffs and the postseason and everything like that, it's mostly the last person with the ball wins. You need that offense to drive that ball down on that. I mean,
well, typically it's the last person win, but the score has been low though.
It is. It's always low. Defense. It's
pretty
much
like, I
defense.
two good teams in, and they're like, oh, you know what? We want to get them. I think it was the Rams and somebody else one night. It was like 55-54, like a college type.
I remember that. Yeah.
Like,
that was Rams and Chiefs, a regular season game.
Yeah, that's how they want it. I mean, and even this year, like they wanted it, but no, man, you're not going.
I mean, that's good for fantasy football, but.
Yeah, I don't want to see no shit like that.
a lot of people see that like
y'all watch it all the time. Like I love to see a defensive struggle because to me it's like, hey, shit, it's a chess game. Like I see what's going on.
Strategy
coming. The average fan, if I go to YouTube and watch you goddamn throw, it's like 12 combined touchdowns and shit. You excited as hell. You're fiddling up. The fans are jumping up and down. You don't care. They drunk. They just like shit. It keeps going. That time they don't even care if you lose shit. You kept scoring. And then by the end of the season, it's like, oh shit, you ain't made the playoffs. Now let me boo the shit at you.
No, they got it all
pretty much.
That's
hey DJ, I got a question for you. Who's harder to guard? Is it the short, quicker wide receivers or the tall, physical ones for you?
To me, it was the short, quicker ones.
Give me one name because I got a name in mind.
I do too.
Steve Smith. Now I went to when I left Chicago. I went to Carolina. Like he was nuts a little bit. Like he was like real cool, and like I think all of the really good players practice a certain way. Like he was like he would catch the ball on your ass for 2 yards and spin it and talk shit like he just won a Super Bowl. I remember one time I'm pressing him. He like swiped my hand down. I'm like, damn, you almost broke my shit. Talking shit. We come to the side. He asking, man, how your wife and kids? I'm like, man, what the fuck are you talking? What just happened? Like when did you turn that shit off just now like that? So it was him. Now, Megatron did make me look terrible. I didn't think he was there.
Made a lot of people look terrible.
Well, he was big. So I'm guarding him in the slot. This was the last time I ever guarded him, I think. Mm-hmm. He comes up, he kind of like pushes me off, runs a slant. He runs around some people for some odd reason. It seems like ain't nobody chasing his ass. I don't know. So I run around him on an angle. He throws out the steal for him. In my head, he's close to the sideline. So I'm like, oh shit, I can push him out of bounds. So I'm like, I think I push him out of bounds and I can't really see him. And then I just hear the crowd like scream. That we in Detroit, they screaming. I'm like, shit. So I look back and he's in the fucking end zone. Flexing and shit. I'm like, shit, I just made this highlight. I just made this Hall of Fame. The funny thing was like when he made the Hall of Fame, I swear to you, somebody hit me up like, man, I just seen you on ESPN. I'm like, oh, you talking about the other DJ Moore dude for Carolina? No. I seen you on the Hall of Fame highlight. I say, shit, yeah, you know what? That was me. You're right. But I think a lot of them really, I think it's more so the quarterback. I always thought Matthew Stafford was terrible. Because you just knew what he was. He had a really strong arm, but he was
predictable.
Yeah, he predictable. He gonna throw you the ball. He gonna always throw it to you.
That game, y'all had 3 picks. I remember that.
He flipped.
Yeah, well, that's all of it. He's gonna always have with him. It's just what he gonna do. But then with like Aaron Rodgers, it's like shit, man. Like if you touch that damn ball, you doing something. Cause it is hard to get your hands on that motherfucker. No matter where it's at, he'll throw that shit around your ear. Like, goddamn, dude. So yeah, that. But I would say, to me, the smaller, quicker ones, just like, cause I'm quick, so I'm out psyching myself. You moving fast, I'm moving fast, and shit. And once you do a juke move, shit, if I miss you, that's it. The big cat, they just might push you around. Shit, you just still with them. But a smaller cat, once you miss them, like a Deshaun Jackson or something, when he was young, when he was a little younger, like that motherfucker he gonna backpedal on your ass in his end zone. He is gone.
So we had a comment in there.
Steve Smith, a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I think easy. Because even when he went with the Ravens,
Baltimore, he
didn't slow down. And I think when you have those Hall of Fame type receivers, even when they go to another team, they still take off. No matter who the quarterback is, they still continue to make it happen. So I think so. He on TV, so he'll get in.
let me second that. Is Peanut Tillman a Hall of Famer?
He better be.
I think so, just from his stats. He's not like stylish like a Ramsey or somebody, but from his stats, I think you have to put him in. But it may take a while, or he may have to get on TV and talk shit about people.
But they got a whole thing that every team teaches, the peanut punch, because of him. Like every team teaches that because of that man. That means he's changed the game. He got to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but again, I don't know if it's first, but just because the way people think about it.
No, it'll be a few years.
The reason that if you're on TV because you stay in the people's minds, I didn't think Chris Carter was gonna get in the Hall of Fame. I don't think Randy Moss did either. But because you on TV and because I see you so much, it's like when the voters come, the voters like, oh shit, I do. Oh yeah, you were really good.
It was almost like overkill at that point.
Yeah, but most of them cats on TV, they'll either be in the Hall of Fame, or they'll put them in there to just say, hey, we here with the Hall of Fame. You probably should have waited, but yeah, okay. It's a luck thing. It's a lot of them players are really good. But it's timing and situations that your coaches put you in.
Well, we here in Chicago are pissed because we feel that Devin Hester should have been first ballot.
Yeah. For what yes.
Come on, speak on it. Speak on it.
Especially for who got in over him.
Yes. To me, for special team, because of like what he did, being the best ever at what he did. From a receiver standpoint, no. Like, and even though he was good, he can run routes and do stuff. But from receiver, I would say no, and then special teams, absolutely yes.
We kind of feel the same way because we feel. I mean, if I speak for all of us real quick, we know Johnny Knox was the better receiver of when they had that duo.
Yeah.
But Devin, like you said, he did stuff in the kicking game, the receiving and return game that has never been done before. Like, to me, that's Hall of Fame stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like, changed the game. Like, people can't
even they don't even kick off no more.
They can't even return kicks anymore because of Devin Hester.
Like
that probably because people getting their head killed, but
that too.
No, he did. I mean, what he did was you come in as a DB, you play so good on special teams that they switch you to offense, and then you work your way up to a number one receiver. And I think they didn't use him well because when you consider the number one receiver, they just sit you out there on somebody's best cornerback. And I've seen him against Darrell Reeves in person, like make him turn around 360 and catch a pass. It just he wasn't consistent enough, or we didn't have the creative mind to where it's like, hey man, like if I can return punts or kicks, all you need to do is just get me the ball. And it was more so like, hey man, I want you to run this comeback route. I want you to run this post. Like find a way to get him the ball, and really probably not, his fault. And then you get a Marshall that comes in, and then different players that come in, and you, like you said, Knox kind of established himself. But again, he still had to do, the special teams thing or whatever. So to me, for special teams, yes. But again, how do voters vote?
Some people shouldn't have a vote, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could not vote.
I don't understand it. I just don't get the vote part of, I just wrote about you. Like, well, shit, I played. Should I have a vote? Probably so. But to me, the shit is confusing. But again, I guess I don't know. I don't understand that shit. I just really don't. The vote.
I mean, it's a bias to it.
People game planned how to not kick it to him. Like that shouldn't happen. Like it's ridiculous. No, is there ever been any special teams guy that we can literally say that they train not to kick to him? Because I remember when they were talking about in the Super Bowl in 2006, where it's like we went through 2 straight weeks of how we were not kicking the ball to him.
And then they did.
And they decided to kick it on that day.
More consistent. Hall was at Kansas City. That was
Dante Hall.
Shit, he was he had for like I don't know if it was like 6 or 7 games or so where it was like, holy shit, he's gone. But he was just
Dante Hall, Mel Gray, Brian Mitchell from the Eagles. Like you had a couple of them doing.
You had some guys. You had some guys, but at the end of the day, man, ain't none of them motherfuckers holding a candle to him. None of them. They were good, but goddamn it, he was great.
Well, Hall just wasn't the longevity of it. But you would have people in spurts, and even when he went to Atlanta, it was the same. I mean, he still was doing like a specialty thing when hey man, I'm going into the game to game plan against you. Now you got to credit the people, the special team coaches that he had, Dave Tobin and everybody else. But again, when you do that, and when you have like a DN Sanders that backs you or whatever, and that's what I thought really would like push him, like because DM was pushing him like hella hard, like hey, he got to get it.
That's that Florida love, so
Yeah, but again, it's the voters, man. It's a weird ordeal. If I don't like you, it's like man,
that's exactly what it is. I mean, you look at Terrell Owens, should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
Well, because the media didn't like his ass.
Yep.
His ass had to go in the second. Yeah. Because I'm telling you the truth, if Randy Moss, I love Randy Moss, one of my favorite receivers of all time, probably my favorite receiver of all time. If Randy Moss wasn't on TV and he just retired, his ass would have been a second ballot Hall of Famer. They wouldn't have let him in first ballot.
DJ,
because the writers just don't like him. They don't like people that's flashy or show their ass or be an asshole from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Straight cash, homie.
Yeah.
That's how I'm paying my fine. Straight cash.
Mean to them, the media itself. So when I'm upset, you asking me questions. If I come at you a certain way, then I'm gonna hold a grudge against you.
Yep.
And even like you were saying with T.O., like he ain't did nothing really other than just play football. And when you have instances like that where it's like, I'm not gonna put you in because even with shit, the Barry Bonds and the Clemens thing, like shit, if you ain't caught me doing shit, man, you better put my ass in here.
Yeah,
you gonna talk no shit like me. Like I hit home run. Oh, if you telling me if I took drugs, right? So you telling me that home run I hit we're gonna fall to the seats right in front of you? Shit, them shits look like home runs still to me. So it's just when you get people that's holding a grudge, to me it doesn't make sense. When you supposed to be in there, just put them in there. They shouldn't even be on the ballot. Like, listen, no, put their ass in there. We ain't even go waste. We don't need to waste. We just don't need to waste. It's like Tom Brady. Like, what are you doing? No, just put his ass in there while he.
There's no point in
it now. Like,
why even waste a spot? You know he's gonna get it. Like,
right. Hey, DJ, I got a question for you. We have someone in the chat ask, besides the defensive players, was there anybody on offense that you kicked it with related to, you know what I'm saying, that you were real cool with on the team?
Earl Bennett. We went to college together for 2 years. So when I got down there, I think I even stayed with him for a couple of weeks. Shit, I still talk to him all the time now. So it was probably him, but everybody was real cool. Like, so the receiving DBs, now you would get into it at practice all the time, but shit, y'all went out together. You know what I mean? So you would go out, or Hester would have, I remember him throwing, maybe, I don't know if it was a party or something. Well, it was like, it had to be 6 or 7 of us, and it was just all women though. Like, I don't know how you do that. Like, you like, if you don't play, ain't no guys coming in here. I'm like, shit, this is an ordeal. So it was, receivers and DBs were always kind of real cool. Now with the linemen, depending on it, like with the the rookies you came in with, you were hanging with them tough. But normally all the DBs and receivers kind of you hung out together, went to the same spots and kicked it or whatever.
How was your relationship with Jay Cutler?
It was weird, man. It wasn't.
Jay Cutler.
It's hard to explain because he had his own like little personality thing. So if he was like upset, like don't talk to him. But his facial expression didn't really tell you that he was upset. So I think for me, he would talk to me because I went to Vandy. And I think I probably, if I talk to him now, he'll be fine, talk to me or whatever. But it was just weird sometimes. And I remember doing an interview and I called him like an asshole or something. I say, nah, he doing better this year. Last year he was an asshole. And I went up to him like, hey man, like I did an interview. I did call you an asshole in the interview, just let you know. Because before practice, I used to throw the ball with him. So I go out to practice and I'm like, got my hands up and he looking at me, but he ain't throwing that shit. Like, oh shit. Like he ain't okay. And at first I'm like, you know what? Shit, he may not see me. Let me goddamn get a little closer. Like shit, he ain't throwing that motherfucker today. All right. So he would like kind of annoy you for like a week or two or something, then randomly pop up and like smile and say stuff or whatever. But I think it was just fortunate for me. I just went to Vandy and the relationship was, it just had that connection to it. But like, because other people didn't like, he just didn't.
Yeah.
It's his own. He just had his own deal.
I heard him and Lack didn't really like each other too much.
And that's hard because it's hard to not like Erlach. He just cool as fuck, man.
Yeah.
But I think it probably stemmed from just how you act and respond around people. Because when you see Erlach, it's just all love. He gonna always speak to you. He gonna talk to you respectfully. Like he ain't really a big rah-rah guy. He ain't an Olin Krutz type cat. Like he gonna just fucking jump on you. Like he just real laid back and like respectful. Whenever he talked to the team or something, which wasn't often, he's like, oh shit, like you gotta listen because it's like his voice cracking. You can tell like he ain't comfortable doing this. He was just a real cool cat. Like have get together over his house. Like he was just cool. And I think him and Cutler was probably opposite people because you don't.
Two different personalities.
You wouldn't see like, oh shit, man, we coming to your house, cut to hang out and shit.
I always said Jay Cutler could have his own reality show right now, man, just by himself, and he'll make it.
See, I had a problem because I always bring this up when we talk about Jay Cutler because some people are just naturally nonchalant. Like they never get too high, they never get too low. That's just how some people are. But there was a game where he was like his helmet was he was looking out his ear hole, and he grabbed Jamarcus Webb by the face mask and was like,
"Dude, I remember that, yeah."
And like, protect me, like, what's the deal? The media ate him up. He's not a team player. He's belittling this, blah, 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 blah. No sooner than that happened later on, I think it was Sunday Night Football, Tom Brady does the same thing to Nate Solder.
Nothing
and it
wrong.
was like, look at the leadership qualities. He's such a great leader. Look how he takes command and stuff. I say that's bull.
I think that's just the life of a Bears quarterback, too.
But you can't say they both did the same thing. And one is ostracized for it, and the other one is praised for it. That's bull.
But like I think you understand when you're supposed to protect your quarterback.
You supposed to.
Yes. But I think with Webb, he was a rookie, I think. Was he not?
But I don't know if he was a rookie that year. I just know he was.
No, I don't think he was.
Like he was either a rookie or that was like his first time start. Like that was his, like he was just kind of getting into it. Okay. Like Solder's like, I'm a veteran. Like, hey man, we may have this relationship. Like you putting your hands up. I think he either grabbed the face. He might even pushed him or something too.
Yeah, he did give.
Oh, you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Kind of get your stuff together.
Because I said something about it too, and that kind of fucked my life up. But that's my thing. It's like, hey man, like the way that I like to be. Hey man, like, hey shit, like you fucking up, but hey man, big homie, like you got it. Like, hey. Like, come on. Because even when I remember Webb playing one game and I forgot the guy. It was a big dude from he's the head coach of Minnesota, real big dude. Damn.
The
Mike
tight end
Tyson.
coach.
Mike
Tyson.
Mike Tyson. It might be Mike. Yes. I think he was playing against maybe Cameron Wake one time.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker is killing Webb. And he comes in the locker room and said, you ain't getting no fucking help. You getting baptized today. Man, why would you do that?
He said that?
Wait,
man,
who
listen,
said
you
that?
ain't getting no help.
Because Mike Tyson was
Marcus
like our
Webb
line
said
coach, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You ain't getting no help. And so when I seen that, like, man, like, I don't know if like one of them things where I want to see you grow up. Like, man, when you gotta understand, like, when I'm down, like, I'm like, I can't block this dude. And then once I can't block you in NFL play, I don't think they'll say it. Like, once somebody gets the better of you continuously, the shit puts fear into you because you know, like, shit, I got to do it again.
And he gonna keep coming, and
he gets faster and faster. And it's like, shit, he is moving like he looks like he is moving in fucking warp speed. I can't fucking see him. So for me is when somebody's struggling, man. Like I'm here to help you. Or like this broadcast, if somebody's struggling, you know, sometimes you just struggling. Like, damn, he ain't making a good point. Let me save his ass. Like, I'm not gonna leave you out there to try. Like, I'm here to help you, and I think there's a way to go about it. And for me, Tom Brady knows that this cat is good. He knows that, hey man, I can say, hey man, and again, I'm fucking Tom Brady, man. You don't get me fucking touched. Let's be clear. You know what I mean? Now, again,
you've earned the right for that.
We want him to have that protection, but to me, at the same time, when you already not presented as a good leader, then all of a sudden you show fire to where it's like, you try to put me under the bus in this particular time because you ain't did this shit before. Like, I don't come over here and pull your helmet when you throwing 4 and 5 picks, and that shit gonna happen 3 or 4 times a season. You throwing 25 a season. Like, the defense is not coming on there and jumping on your head telling you, hey man, get the fuck off the field. Why you keep throwing picks? Let Erlacher play quarterback or something. Let him fumble Ruski this motherfucker whole game. So again, that was my thing. Like, you just show respect to another grown man because he playing against the best people on the field, boy none. Defensive ends, them motherfuckers big as hell. They're running 4-3s, 4-4s. And I got to contend with that. And I got to sit here and block them even though your ass ain't reading the defense. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just a little different sometimes. So
it's interesting how you brought all that up too, because I was going to go back to like the Bears that we have now. Our quarterback, Justin Fields. I don't know if you follow him that much or, you know, watch him at all. But you brought up like how, you know, the coach was saying, oh, you're not getting any help. You're not getting any help. That's pretty much what we went through all season last year. And then I'm sure everyone here will remember. I don't know if you remember Justin Fields' first start last season versus the Cleveland Browns. He was hit, I think it was 21 times. And what was he sacked? 11 times?
9 times.
And
you had national analysts that went on TV and talked about that.
Yeah.
The fucking coach should be fired after that.
On the spot, because there was not one change, one thing that he changed throughout that entire game.
Didn't Wild Garrett say he felt sorry for him?
Yeah, he was hit 21 times, but still 80. I think the final stat was 84% of the offensive plays was step back with only 5-man protection. And he was hit all those times.
Well, this is my only thing. And I know that I think the coach did certain weird stuff at times, but it is hard. I'm a quarterback to run a 4-4. Man, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You ain't sacking me 9 times.
Shit, he couldn't run.
Again, when he was in college, he would hold the ball a long time.
And that was his big issue his rookie year.
Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, he's not open. Like, you run a 4-4. I don't have time for that. Like, there's nowhere you can find in this world, even in high school, a damn slow quarterback gonna run the ball 9 times. I got hit 21 times. Man,
but, yeah.
Hey, DJ.
Like those sacks,
it wasn't from a lack of trying, brother.
Yeah.
They was just on his ass.
Listen, when I drop back, I'm going to know, listen, if he going outside, listen, I'm going to tell you the hell, he ain't about to set me. I run back to Jesus' house. There ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. 9 times
like,
on the 4-4? No.
The biggest issue, like, if we go back to that game, the biggest issue was Andy Dalton was our original starting quarterback. I mean, hands down, he's a backup quarterback. He's not a starting quarterback. But You drafted Justin Fields. You moved up with Justin Fields. What was this, week 4? Or was it week 3 that they played Cleveland?
3.
Was it 3? All right. There was no game plan for Justin Fields. All right. This is a guy who runs a 4-4.
I thought it was 4.
Yeah, it was 4.
Yeah. This is a guy who runs a 4-4. He can run a system like a Lamar Jackson type system, hands down, because of his speed and his size. But the game plan was still set up with the exact same game plan as Andy Dalton. That's another thing that should get your coach fired. You have a guy you moved up in the draft to get. If you don't have a game plan for him, he shouldn't even be dressing. He should be on your practice squad, not your practice squad, obviously, because somebody can pick him up. But he shouldn't even be dressing. How could you not have a game plan for a first-round draft pick and a quarterback? In case you haven't noticed, I hate Matt Nagy.
They looked at Nick Foles, and Nick Foles said, "Man, you got it."
Well, the thing was, I think there were some things he did well. The problem is, like, even when you watch the game, it'll be like 3rd and 5, but he'll run. Everybody's at 10 yards or deeper. So it seemed like there's no option for an outlet. Normally you run a play, the running back is in the flat, but everybody's at them 12, 13 yards, and that takes time. So I think with him, like, he had ideas and he would do things that were cool at times, but you got to do it to where it's like, hey, man, just get the ball in your athlete hands and just let them go. Because if I don't have that option to throw it quick now, and if that first option at 13 yards is not open, shit, that didn't took you about 3-4 seconds. You don't have time to look nowhere else.
Yeah.
If I remember, you had a defensive player that said that the offense was fucking predictable. Like, they knew exactly what it was that the Bears were doing. Like, this fucker having everybody run a fucking curl.
I was
My mama could stick a fucking curl. All she got to do is let your dumb ass run right there in front of her and then put her hand right there and bat the fucking ball down. I know you're watching, Mom. Hi, you play defense. You're pretty good.
Like, he's 100% right on that, because me just being a fan watching the games on the couch, like, there was times where I'm like, all right, they're set up this way. All right, that's where it's going. I know that's where it's going. And that's what happened. And we got sacked for 5 yards. Like,
the NFL itself is really predictable. On first down, you're gonna run. A defense is gonna play cover 3. On second down, if it's second and long, you're trying to get the 3rd and short. So you probably pass the ball. If it's 3rd and 6 or plus, they're gonna probably throw the ball. If it's 6 less, everybody gonna play man-to-man defense because you can't give up an inch. So it's always kind of predictable. It's just knowing a team well enough to where you trying stuff out. That's why teams come out and run like 15 plays and see, okay, what they're gonna do here. This player does this. So to me, it's like, are you scouting their team? Like, do you know what their defensive players are good at, what they're not good at? Like, what are we good at? And that's where it comes in. I think the coaching comes into it. It's like, okay, this guy can't guard this guy, or this guy can. So if I got Ramsey on me, I'm going to put him in bunch. I'm going to put him in the slot. I'm going to move him around. Like, are you doing it? And I think they would do that with Mooney at times. But again, you would see it would be like that little play action. He would be in the flat. He catch the ball. He'll get hit out of bounds for 5 yards. He may break it sometimes. It was like the same little run play, essentially. It's like, man, damn, man, I see it coming. Yeah, do that shit on like 3rd and 8. Like, hey, man, you got 5 yards.
Yeah, but he couldn't scheme guys open. I mean, here it is that you had this fucking Bears team that you basically went out and got speed. Like, I think between Goodwin and the other guy, Bird, and fucking Mooney, none of them ran a 4-4. None of them. All these fuckers are 4-3s or lower. And you running bullshit ass plays. You ran nothing to scheme guys open. You didn't get the ball in their hands in open space at all. All you did was sit up there and make them look like fucking robots. Let's run a curl. Oh, let's run an out.
And I think the craziest thing was
run a dumbass screen. How the fuck you gonna run a screen with fucking 5'8", 175-pound Bird out there blocking, or Goodwin out there blocking on a big ass cornerback?
Because their offensive lineman would run the wrong way. but
by the way,
I always
DJ,
said
Chris is like our Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, it's like Stephen A. Smith right there.
Yeah. That is a good comparison.
I just don't get it. I mean, shit, you got Pop Warner coaches that can come up with an offense better than he did. And the thing is this is what's the real killer. He was there, like you said earlier. the offensive coach. He's supposed to have been this offensive genius. How in your time in Chicago that your offense in your 4 years here only averaged 16 fucking points per game? 16. You get that shit by accident. Hell, I think Devin Hester might have outscored that shit one goddamn game.
And yeah, the Rams game he did.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though, because that's the tricky thing about, and you got to give coaches a little respect sometimes because it is hard. I think when his first year, everybody was kind of surprised a little bit, like, oh man, he's making it happen. Now it was really like 2 or 3 games where like Trubisky kind of like blew up, and it made the rest of the season look really good. And then the playoff game, it's like, oh, well, the kicker missed a field goal. Like, no, you scored like 16 fucking points. that was the issue. But when you're in Chicago, though, you're trying to throw it around, but really, if you don't have a run game, you're gonna struggle, man. It's gonna get cold. That fucking field is soggy as shit.
But he didn't want to run, DJ.
Yeah. So when they wanted him to run, he would overdo it. It's like, oh, y'all want me to run? Watch me hand that bitch out. Like, it ain't working now. So you need to figure out.
Hey, John, what'd he say? What'd he say he ain't come here to do?
To run the I formation.
Fucking right. That's what he said.
That was the worst thing because last year, our best player, in my opinion, was David Montgomery. He was our best player on offense last season. If you want to include Allen Robinson on that, you can, but they never used him. But they only ran the ball 19% of the time during the games. And he split the pretty much the downs with 3 or 2 other running backs too. Like when you have that quarterback who's really good at moving his feet, like I would think he'd be very good off of play action, but they never ran play action for him either. Like it was always Tom Brady-esque 5-step drops, throw the ball. 90% of the time you're sacked. Like that was Matt Nagy's offense. After 2018, that was Matt Nagy's offense.
But see, I think because, as DJ said before, you get predictable and you get kind of like figured out that quick. Like, I'll go back to your days. You knew Matt Forte at one point in time. You knew he was getting the ball, be it in the passing game or in the running game. But like you said, get your playmaker the ball, right? So I don't feel that I hate to bring this up, Chris, you're going to kill me. If we give Jordan Howard the ball, he's falling for 3 yards. Falling forward for 3 yards. We never have to worry about Cody Parkey in this stupid double doink. It never happens if Jordan Howard has the ball because Nick Foles never comes down and scores that touchdown. We messed it up because our 4-minute offense was trash. It was trash. You got the hulking running back, and you stop giving him the ball. Like, come on.
Yeah, DJ, I suffer from PTSD from that shit. That's why you're telling me that, excuse him for saying this shit. I'm still seeing a therapist about that shit.
Yeah. Well,
he's serious too.
You'll get into it where it's just you'll just make decisions, and sometimes coaches try to outsmart themselves. We've seen that with Beast Mode and the Super Bowl. Oh my God! Now, again, if it works out, it's like this is actually a good play because everybody thinks this is going to happen. Nobody isn't thinking that, oh, I'm going to throw this pass. So again, sometimes you outsmart yourself, and it's just the way I think football works. But like you said on Matt Forte, you gotta. I know you're getting the ball, but I got to move you around. If I split you out, the linebacker go with you. It's man to man. If they don't switch their defense, well, shit, he gonna have to guard him out there, and that's a problem. So you just got to figure out how to use your pieces and how to plug them in. And once you figure that out, and if you have the right quarterback, because to be honest, you finding the quarterback is tough. It's just like you trying to find a new one, but right now, shit, the only quarterbacks that are winning are the old ones. They just switching teams. The old quarterbacks bring his ass out of retirement because if we can't figure it out, these young cats, you just don't know. You know what I mean? Just don't know. And it's hard. Like, oh, you play good in college, you play good in high school, but you're a piece of shit.
Doesn't mean anything here.
You can't even throw the ball no more. Like, what happened to you? This is weird.
Right. And not only are they old, but they also not making as much money. Like, that's one thing about Tom Brady. People keep saying, oh, Tom Brady keep winning. That's because Tom Brady has never been the highest paid fucking quarterback in the NFL ever.
He's never even been top 3.
ever.
That's not a fair barometer because he was winning when he had no-name receivers too. So like, that's
it's not about receivers. It's about your money where you able to spend and get other people over there.
When they had Troy Brown, they didn't have big names. They wasn't spending no money. So he's the anomaly. But
somebody tell me what Pat Mahomes gonna do making $50 million.
Well, I want to ask you, DJ,
Aaron Rodgers too. There's a reason why
you
Aaron
all
Rodgers
are in those situations. Hold on, y'all. When your team is in those situations, DJ, do the coaches actually listen to you guys, or do they stay real stubborn with what they call?
It depends on, I think, who the person is.
The person talking or who the coach is?
Both.
Both? Okay.
Like if Urlacher come up and say, hey, man, like even on the field, he'll turn around and be like, hey, man, we ain't running this shit. Hey, you switch the man. You do it what he tell you to do. Yes, sir. Coaches normally, they'll listen to if you know what you're talking about. Okay. If you know what you're seeing. If a receiver goes out there and tell you, hey, coach, I'm open. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, they in cover 2. You can hit me on the seam over here. The safety ain't getting over. Now, again, a lot of times to me with offensive coaches, though, is because I'm labeled a genius and because I'm putting stuff together. If you're the one telling me what to do, and you see that, I think, with Green Bay, where Aaron Rodgers at some point, they're going to have to just let him go because he's just – I think he want to get credit for doing it, and then the offensive coach wants to get credit. LaFleur wants to get credit, and now it's like they want to give him all the credit or give me the credit. But again, because if you give me the credit, if once you label me a genius, man, people will keep hiring me and keep hiring me. Like, what'd you hire me for? Oh, well, you coached the Rams back when they had Kurt Warner, but now we just label you a genius and we just keep fucking hiring you. Like you ain't
our offensive coordinator right now.
Yeah, so you ain't did it since. But again, once you get that label, man, you want to, because I know what was his name? Mike Martz.
Mike
right?
Martz, yeah.
I was about to say shots fired.
They was running all kind of weird routes. They was having to do like 13 new routes this day and 14 new was in the playbook was really big, and you're trying to live up to it, but like, hey, no, man, you had Marshall Faulk catch a 2-yard pass and juke the shit out of everybody. And they're like, man, that's a cool offense. You got Bruce running down the side and Kurt Warner got them just finished bagging groceries. Now he bagging touchdown. They're like, shit, this is awesome. But again, you just try to out-psych yourself sometimes. And it's hard, man, to scheme, some teams and know what you're doing. But again, it's just basic stuff. When we played against Aaron Rodgers, he knew what to do. Like, hey, man, if you throw this check down, it's going to give you 5 yards. But most of the time on defense, you just sit there. The team will get tired. They're going to try to take a shot. Shit, all you got to do is catch it. They're going to throw it to you. Unless you miss
be patient.
Yeah. And that's what it was about. Now, you have some teams that'll have an offense, they'll speed up or slow down. And that's what you got to give credit when Belichick and Brady was together. It's like, damn, it's like they always catch you on the wrong foot. Always, if you're going slow, I'm going fast. If you're going fast, I'm going slow. If you're doing this, I always got a counter. Even though I know what you're doing, I just know what you're doing before you know what you're doing. So in having a quarterback and having, that stable base of players, the way I know what the hell going on. I think is cool. We just don't have it, and we haven't had it. So you don't have a tradition of having quarter. You just have a tradition of being stable on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Or in special, you're gonna find somebody who can run the ball back. You're gonna find somebody who can tackle. Shit, we need to find somebody who can get out here and throw this damn ball through this wind. Because if we can't, then shit, if you don't beat Green Bay, because you're gonna beat everybody else, it seems like. You don't beat Green Bay, your ass ain't going no playoff.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ, how was the field conditions in Soldier Field? I said, how was the field conditions in Soldier Field?
They were awful, honestly. Well, it was because you played that like you knew, like, hey, man, you got to have long cleats on. I think they just put the damn side down. The whole damn thing seemed to be sliding.
Well, you couldn't have the molded joints, right?
Huh?
You couldn't have the molded cleats. You had to get the screw.
No, if they weren't screwing, or you went out there molded, trying to look cute, trying to move fast.
You're dead.
Throw your ass down, take a couple extra steps. Now, I think it would benefit us because people always slip. And you were standing behind there like, yep, I know it. That grass high as fuck. Thank you, man.
There are so many people who complain about that field conditions, about like athletes from other teams and everything. They say it's awful, especially once you hit that November, December type timing, how bad it is.
Yeah, and every now and again, because they'll have a damn concert.
They just didn't give a shit.
It's always something. You gotta make your money. So for us, it was like we knew what it was, and I think other teams knew what it was. But until you get out there running around on that shit, it's a little bit different. So.
Speaking about that, though, how do you feel about the Bears possibly moving to Arlington Heights and having a dome stadium? Because it's already pretty much been announced that it's going to be a dome.
I wouldn't like it. Now I know Minnesota moved inside. But
I think it's all about getting a Super Bowl there.
It is just cold, the weather, like all the highlights. So even when we got there watching, I think they played Green Bay and the damn wind seemed the punter trying to punt it, the damn wind is blowing the ball in every way, and just being just cold. Even at practice, with Lovie Smith, we practice outside. He's like, no, we ain't practicing inside. It's fucking 0 degrees out here with a heater. If you got to have a heater at practice, you don't need to fucking be outside. But I don't know. I think people get used to it. The field probably really good. You probably really fast. Everybody wants a Super Bowl, but it's like I just like the tradition of being outside. To me, is Chicago. It's a damn bad. Bears live outside. But
what about it being retractable?
Yeah, it is supposedly supposed to be retracted.
Well, even
it's
if
the same company that made the Raiders stadium.
If it's cold, you know what I mean? Are you gonna retract it? If you put together, if you put together an offense, you want them to run fast as possible. You gonna put them on that turf and let them dogs run around a little bit. But I think a lot of the stadiums are doing that. They're trying to make it real cool. But again, I think the fans too. Because I mean, my wife would go to the games and she would have 8 pair of socks on, some UGG boots. Yep. Her feet still about to fall off. I don't know how in the hell y'all are coming to these games. And I remember when we went to Minnesota, and I think the dome had fell in. They had to play outside.
Yes,
it was ice. Them fans out there yelling like it's cold as shit out here. So I think it would make it. It may even make it better, I guess, for the fans, I guess. But I just think the fans like being outside. They just cold and drunk and booing and cussing. So to me, the tradition of it, I like it. But I mean, I can see if it goes, the other way.
I think it's a financial thing more than anything because they don't get a lot of money playing off of Soldier Field because Chicago collects all that type stuff. And Arlington, from what I'm hearing, it's going to be north of 85,000 capacity. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot more seating there.
Well, the thing is, and when I got my master's in sports management, I realized the team don't pay for none of that shit.
The city, right?
The city does. The taxes and the people who stay there. So I'm a bid for you to come to my city because you're going to bring more traffic, more people at my store, more people at my restaurant. I always think like, damn, man, Jerry Jones got money like that. Like, no, shit, if you want my team, you better pay for this shit. You ain't gonna pay for it? Well, shit, I'll leave. So it is crazy because it's like, damn, you gonna charge me $100 to get in, and you gonna charge me $300 more on my taxes I gotta pay on my house to stay. Right. Like, god damn, the hot dog cost $25.30. You want me to cheer for you? You getting over on me, man.
Hey, DJ, before we let you go, man, we always ask a lot of players this, but what was your relationship like with Lovie?
I think it was good. Because I was nickel and I guess for me, it was kind of to me like a father in a sense, because I never kind of grew up with my father, and he kind of molded me into like the football mind that I have now, where I can just talk about football, and I know the offense and I know the defense and stuff like that. Because before I was just like, shit, man, point to who you want me to guard, and you ain't gonna have no motherfucking problems. But he taught me like the ins and outs of knowing like the defense. So if I blitz, knowing why the end is going to slant in because it's just a puzzle piece. And even when he cut me from when I was in Tampa, it was cool because he was like, "Hey man, you'll be a great coach. I'd love for you to coach for me one day." And I was like, "Oh man, that's cool." Like even though you cutting the shit out of me, and I just got this lead. Like shit, you could have waited to camp. I ain't even like I can play. Like I was because of hurt doing like the little mini camps and stuff. But I'm like, damn, it's cool to get cut and like offered a future job, but I ain't coaching shit. I got kids. I ain't got time for that. But no, he was honestly real cool, man. And I was an asshole for a good little while because I just had terrible attitude problems. So I think he kind of really worked with me, for a while and kind of, made me, be a little bit better at, the football and the X's and O's of it.
Why did you have an attitude problem?
Man, listen, I had an attitude problem from day one, high school. Like I just always, I don't know, I just be mad some days, like shit. And when the coach talks shit to me, oh no, we don't play that shit. I'm gonna talk shit to you. And I didn't really I didn't even get it really until I got to I would always just something, and I would tell myself like, "Hey man, shut the fuck up." And as soon as I say something, here I go again. God damn.
That little voice in your head.
Again. Like I just couldn't I don't know what it was. I just couldn't not say shit. Just I don't know. So I think when I got to Tampa, I kind of finally figured out. But then by that time, I'm like, hey man, take care at home. Thank you. You know what I mean? So it was a growing up experience. Because even in college, I was always kind of like that. Like I just couldn't And I remember even when I went to the I'm at the combine and Tomlin is interviewing me, just me and him. And he say some shit, piss me off. And I'm just, but the coach has already told him, like, hey man, he'll lose his shit a little bit. He said something, and I found myself like, fuck, I'm arguing with this dude at the combine. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
But he did that on purpose.
Yeah, but again, it's like, if I can get to you, that's easy as hell to be able to like in this situation, that should be no way. You know what I mean? But it's helped me out because now shit, you damn near can't get me mad for shit. Even the kids in school, like, hey man, I could choke the shit out you right now, but I don't really get upset anymore. So just don't do your work. Shit, I don't know.
You got all that shit out the way early on.
So it helped me grow up a little bit, and I think Lovey was a big part of that, honestly.
Yeah. Every time we talk to any former Bears players and we ask them about how Lovey is, everybody has nothing but rave reviews about Lovey. How professional he was, father figure, everything.
Is there anybody Lovey did not get along with?
Yes, once you
name him, please.
No.
This is breaking news right here.
He said that emphatically. Yes.
If he players would tell you if he likes you, he does, but if he does not, he doesn't. Because you could be on the good side of it, and then all of a sudden, hey man, you fucked up. And I always had a good relationship with him. Now, when that Jamarcus Webb thing happened, we had a meeting. Like, hey man, don't say shit, don't talk about nothing. My stupid ass going there, like, man, fuck, cut. He's saying he can't put hands on nobody because if my man would have put his hands on his ass, there would have been a problem.
Right.
Man, I had a meeting with him. He said, hey, listen, I told you not to say shit. You gonna pay for that shit, just like that.
Wait, Lovey cussed?
No. He said, well, I don't know. I don't think he don't cuss.
I'm about to say I've never heard him cuss.
No, he don't cuss. He said you gonna pay for that. And then the next game, I started, and then randomly I got took out. I'm like, shit, okay. And then the next couple games, 3 or 4 games, I ain't played all. But then random we'll play Green Bay, somebody who passed the ball, like, shit, I'm fucking with you, but I'll put you back in there real quick. Take you out. But the bad part on me, I'm not really thinking because it was a year that I could have probably got paid or something because I was playing fine. But once I did that, it was all down. It was all downhill. So he started taking me out. Motherfuckers on Twitter man, kill yourself, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, God damn, I the fuck. it was just always something because when he said, "Hey, you gonna pay for that shit?" He wasn't bullshitting. he wasn't bullshitting. I paid.
First time I've ever heard of something cold on him.
Well, no, but it would be like certain players, and I think I thought I seen in the little preview you had Tommy on, and I think there was a time when he was like, cause when Tommy was like really good, it was like shit. But then there was a flip side, like because everybody gets a little bit out of you, and then when they know they're at your end of the rope, I think it's a business too.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And once that business side comes back in, it's hard to me to see where the friendships kind of stay because it's like, man, am I pinning you for a long time? But now it's like, you kind of shitty, dude.
You got to keep his job.
It's a flip. It is a job. It's a flip side of it. But again, your friendships and things, the way you see people now, they change because shit, you was on my nuts for the whole time, and now it's kind of shifting. Now I think when Lovey got to Tampa, it was a little bit different because it was like, I think I got cut, and then some other players got cut. Because normally when you go to a new team, you bring your old players in. It's like that shit normally good. Like even when I got cut, it was kind of confusing because I'm like I can play. Like I always like shit. You sit me out there, I'm gonna get you 4 or 5 of these things. You ain't got to worry about that. But I got cut before we even went to camp, so it was just like it just seemed like he had changed a little bit because even all the old players he was bringing in was kind of like seemed like he was trying to prove a point to like cut him or something. So again, I think his attitude changed a little bit, but
he might have had some undue pressure too that we didn't know about.
Yeah, everybody got a little something. And
that was like that 2014, 2015 time, right?
Yeah, but when you go into Tampa, you trying to live up to
Dungy.
Tony Dungy.
You gotta live up to Dungy, and I think he's always been real cool with Dungy. And it probably wasn't gonna be that. But that's how he came into it though, because that's what people were kind of when you black, you always compare to the one black dude. It ain't.
So they was kind of expecting that.
Yeah, no offense, Tank. All right, you know what I mean?
Oh boy.
I think you got 2 more questions, T, before we let DJ go.
So DJ, you spent a lot of time in Chicago. Did you ever get around and eat some pizza?
I thought that shit was horrible. Well, it was. Wow. It wasn't. No. When you get there, because people like say, "Hey, man, you got to try this pizza." Mm-hmm. I get this big ass piece of pizza. This is fucking soup. This not pizza, man.
Where'd you go to Little Caesars?
No, it was. It was like
Domino's.
Like, it was maybe like Uno's or something. It was like really thick, but it was so big. It was so big that like
because it started melting. You had deep dish.
Yeah,
Uno's is some bullshit.
This shit is too big to be. This is soup. But you were waiting in line for 3 days to even get up to eat it, and it's like, now again, I'm not used to it either. But it's like, oh, you just putting soup on bread, and now it's soggy bread. Like I don't want to eat no damn wet bread.
So you telling me none of the pizza in Chicago was good?
That was the one that I tried first. So once I tried that,
well, coming from Florida, first of all, you had never seen that, right?
Well, no, I'm in South Carolina. No, I had never seen it, but again, I'm not a fan of soggy bread. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just not a fan of soggy bread.
You went to the wrong joint, brother.
Yeah, I don't think we have soggy bread
of the deep dish because it looks cool. It's so because it has so much stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's no you can call it a pizza because it has a crust around it, but this is soup.
So you've never had Giordano's pizza?
I don't know if I went to Uno's. I don't know if I had Giordano's.
Come on back to Chicago. We'll go.
In your defense, right? I probably only had that particular kind though. So it's a big menu. So again, I just probably ate something that I personally didn't like or whatever. And that's probably what it was though.
You need to come on back. Come on back. Let's do it
come
all
anywhere other than Uno's. That's for sure.
Well, everybody promotes their own thing. So if you come down here to South Carolina, I'll tell you to go to a place. I don't even fucking eat there no more. But I'll tell you to go because it's a traditional thing.
Oh, okay. I see.
They serve big ass burgers and fries and onion rings. Just go get it.
You guys got some barbecue down
more
there.
of an experience. So I got the experience of going. It's like in Harold's Chicken.
Everybody says
I
Harold's
was just
Chicken,
about
man.
to ask about that.
I would eat there every day before the game, and the people that were cool, personally, I just thought the shit was just regular ass chicken. But I would still go.
You gotta go.
I just still go and get it. You know what I mean?
Was you going to the one behind the Hilton on 7th and Wabash?
I think so. It was right behind the hotel.
Yep, right behind.
That's real cool. So they would even come bring to the hotel sometimes. So I would always anybody I would bring them. I would take them just to take them.
Just to take them.
Just say you ate it. Here you go. That in a pizza place and one of them little nasty strip clubs down in what it was, Gary or something. It was real nice.
Oh shit!
Hey,
you went to goddamn Gary. That's why.
Gary,
that's a different type of pie right there.
Hey, first of all, whoever took you to Gary, Indiana, shame on them. Shame on them. That is not a Chicago experience.
Nah, I wouldn't be called dead in goddamn Gary, man.
That is horrible. Well,
Oh,
man,
my
DJ,
God.
we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you for taking the time, and we know you got some kids back there you need to go tend to.
Oh no, they gone. They don't fell asleep. They didn't cry their way to sleep. Now my wife waiting on me. She just got home from work. Now she don't cuss me out because y'all took all damn day.
Uh-oh. Well,
We don't want to be responsible for you sleeping on the couch, bro. So you go on ahead.
Oh no, man! I got communication skills. Yeah, you don't sleep on the couch. We won't do that.
Can you come back during the season and holler at us? We'd love
Oh, that's fine.
Man, we have to have you back, man. You are hilarious. Have you always been this funny?
Yeah, mostly.
Oh, he's always had an attitude too, though.
He said mostly.
Yeah, most of the time.
Hey, have you ever heard that you look like Kirk Franklin?
No.
No, I haven't.
And you should never hear it again.
You heard it tonight. You look like
You
Kirk.
look a little bit like Lovie Smith.
He do.
It's that gray beard. It's
You
a gray
really
beard.
do with the hat on and everything.
But you should never hear you look like Kirk Franklin ever again.
Hey DJ, you should go. Hey DJ, go in the kitchen and make your wife some of that soup that you claim that you be eating here in Chicago.
I do gotta make her something to eat. She gonna be mad in a minute.
Uh-oh. All right, man. Well, you go.
Sorry,
You go.
hey, sorry,
take your
Miss
business, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, fam.
Get off now. You got a bald head like left.
You got that lovey feeling now.
Oh man. All right, you gotta go.
You gotta change your name to Coach. All right, Coach. I'm just call you Coach now.
All right, DJ. We'll definitely holler at you during the season, man.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks
you.
for having me, man.
All right.
Take care of yourself, DJ.
I love you, brother.
Funny ass guy, man.
Right. Hilarious.
Lovey Smith, dude. You just got a new name right there, T.
Right.
Man.
You know the bad part? I see it now.
Yeah, I do too. If you grow out that
Exactly,
beard a
exactly.
little bit more, man, keep that gray beard coming.
Stop it. Stop it.
Isn't that the exact same hat Lovey Smith had too?
It is because remember, our Levy was clean shaven.
Yeah,
You
I'm
and I
not
love
clean.
you.
Yes, that is true.
I'm
You and
not
I was
clean.
Santa Claus Lovey.
If I was Santa Claus, and now you ain't far. You ain't far.
Okay. Anyway.
Hey, Levy, come on the show. I love.
Oh,
I
I'd
love
love to
text.
have Lovey on the show.
Oh, that would be a dream, man.
We have to do that
no,
right
he-
before
you
the
know
Bears
what?
play Houston.
Chris cuss too much. He ain't gonna come on.
Hell no, he ain't gonna come
we in
on.
trouble. We might have to.
He ain't gonna come on with me.
Well, you can't come
I
on.
don't know. See, how many times did you say fuck?
Oh,
Shit, fuck, I don't know.
I counted 9. I'm gonna get a
Fucking
little.
enough.
I'm gonna get a little board back here. It says how many times Foul says the F word.
Hey, you know what? He's gonna have to contribute to his own swear jar.
Yes.
We can get an Eddie Jackson swear jar, a Matt Nagy swear jar, an F-bomb
Shit.
swear jar.
Hey,
Ooh, that's a great idea. Our own antithesis. Look at me. So every time you say Eddie
That's a
Jackson,
key word.
Every time you say Eddie Jackson, you got to put in $1.
Mine would probably be Matt Nagy.
You got to put in $1. Every time you say Nagy,
yeah,
let's do it.
I'm game. I'll get a bank. Get a little bank back every time I say it. We got to put in $1.
I'm
gonna have my whole goddamn paycheck.
That old motherfucker. I don't have to say his name.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my whole damn paycheck. I might as well sign that shit over.
So,
and at the end of the year, we'll use it to go to a game or something.
You see where I'm going, Frank?
Shit, we're gonna be going to quite a few motherfucking games.
And there it is again. That's 10.
Yeah.
Hey,
get it out now before the Pritchard comes.
Well, hey, don't be trying to be my best friend. We get Stephen A. I mean, not Stephen A., but Samuel Jackson on here. Then we gonna really see who gonna say fuck more.
Oh, I'm the one that reached out to Samuel L. Jackson, man. You know, come on, man.
Hey, get him on here. It's gonna really be something.
Oh, we got a new guy, Scarlett 99.
Yeah, he's been commenting like crazy, man.
Yeah, he said he wanted Caldwell. I think John, you wanted Caldwell too, right?
You damn right.
I would have loved to have Caldwell as an OC.
Oh, Dark Spec, the GI. Yeah, they was in Gary, bro. They went to Gary. That's what we used to call GI when we was little. We used to call Gary, Indiana, GI.
Yep. So Skylar said, I still can't believe they didn't hire offensive mind head coach, bringing in more good offensive coaches to develop fields.
Correct me if I'm wrong, other than Jim Caldwell, which other ones were a real big offensive-minded coach?
So the offensive-minded coach, head coach-wise, that was Caldwell. The other two were defensive coaches. You bring in Raheem, not Raheem Morris, our boy from BC, Dolphins.
Oh, you talking about Flores?
Flores. If you bring in Brian Flores, you know that's defense. If you bring in Tom Bowles, you know that's defense. But the issue was, if you brought in Caldwell, who would be his offensive coordinator?
Exactly, yeah.
That's
why I would have liked to see Caldwell as an offensive coordinator.
And that was my thing, Frank.
That would have been perfect.
Get a Flores or a Bowles or somebody.
Yeah.
Then you make Caldwell your OC, the quarterback whisperer. Now we're working with gas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would have liked that for sure.
Yeah, because I don't think nobody was too quick to want to bring in another offensive coach. Not after Nagy. I don't think management, or I should say ownership, was open to bringing in another offensive coach after dealing with Nagy.
I mean, at this point, what does it matter? Because neither one of the offensive coaches that we've had in recent time have been worth a damn. Might as well get one that's proven. Hell, Jim Caldwell has been to 2 Super Bowls. He's got one with Peyton Manning. He's got one with Joe Flacco. Like, the man is proven.
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
That was long ago.
That's called semantics, man.
Nah, it's called shit. What have you done for me lately?
That ring doesn't go away.
Right, that's called semantics because now you
hey,
every time
shit.
Dick and Harry,
hell, Mike Marks had a damn ring too.
Yeah.
Again, like I said.
I mean, you talking about a guy that went to the Super Bowl. What was that? Then 10 years ago.
I mean, but he went there. So if I'm not being too facetious, when I say you get Jim Caldwell and you bring him in, I'm not saying he's like the world beater Bill Belichick type. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is his presence in a locker room and his hands on a quarterback has proven to be successful. That's all we want. That's all we want.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. John Fox went to a Super Bowl with who? Jake Delhomme as his quarterback?
Delhomme.
It's like, I mean, and that's the main reason why we brought him here too. And I'm not dissing what John Fox did because he was given an absolute shit show, an absolute train wreck.
He had no input on personnel. None.
Yes.
Well, that was the thing. That the McCaskies messed that up because everybody knows that the McCaskies hired John Fox. That wasn't who Ryan Pace wanted.
Oh, I agree with that. But then Ryan Pace gave you Matt Nagy, so I mean, we can't.
Now, time out. If we're going to keep it real on this show, How many times have Bears brass put the cart before the horse? I can count numerous times. I'm not even that old. I can count numerous times. But the problem is now, and let's transcend to now, because that's what we're dealing with. I have to remain cautiously optimistic, because the one thing that I will say about Getsy, they ain't seen him coming. They don't have anything to prepare for.
Yeah, it's a gamble. Yeah,
he is new.
Everybody's new. Everybody's new.
That can hinder us and that can help us. So that's the only caveat that I'm saying. Okay, if he's got this like great Josh McDaniel type mind, let's see it. Let's see it.
Yeah, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Matt Nagy was new too, and he had a good 2018.
Matt Nagy was new, but Matt Nagy had a little bit of proving with him with what Alex Smith did. Because remember, technically, Alex Smith had his best statistical career, season of his career with Matt Nagy as the OC.
So that's why Matt Nagy wanted all these old ass people.
There you go.
And Dalton and Foles, who he failed miserably with them here too, though. So I don't know.
But what do you say we move this thing along and we talk about this little post-it note real quick? Then we'll get on to a full court press.
Well, we got to get back to this Bears talk, because right now what I've seen,
we're going to get right back to it.
Let's get right back to it, yes.
But we need a commercial first, because I got to go wash my hands.
I got to too, but I got to go upstairs. I won't make it back in time, so I'll hold it.
It's the short one this time. If I can find it.
No.
Okay, here we go.
There was a time when high standards prevailed, when excellent craftsmanship was displayed and treated with the utmost importance. Acquire the crisp, refreshing taste of Moore's Beer. Moore's Beer. Raise your standards.
God damn, dude. Breaking news. We ready?
That quick.
Wait. Already, Frank?
Breaking news. Tariq Cohen ruptures his Achilles.
Oh.
God damn, man.
Damn it.
You said it. Damn.
God, I feel bad for him, dude. I mean, if there's one thing that we can say, at least he got paid, but still, that sucks.
When I tell you I like Tariq Cohen, like, he was like a breath of fresh air in that running game.
Oh, absolutely.
Even though he was undersized.
He was a change of pace.
He was a change of pace. Damn.
Yeah.
And an HBCU guy, North Carolina A&T. Like,
damn, that. Oh, that's.
Hey, shout out to Tariq Cohen. Brother, get better. Get better.
Pray for you, man. Pray for you.
Anybody who's the show that knows that brother, send some prayers and some love and some light to him, please.
That's God damn.
All right, so let's get into this. So JB and I went to the schedule unveil. Like I said, it was already leaked, so it wasn't really.
T, you had a lot to drink, didn't you?
It wasn't really a surprise. I had that much.
You were slurring your words a little bit on that.
I had the same amount as JB had. I had that much.
I'm a machine. You can't compare me.
But so JB and I were talking about the schedule. So I posted the predictions, not the exact ones I made at the place, but after sitting down and thinking about it, I kind of revised it because I think at the spot I made a 12-5 prediction.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Now, I wasn't that far off though. I revised it to 10-7, so I'm not that far off from what I said. So, guys, do we want to talk about this? Because I got torn a new asshole on social media.
Wish I would have done this beforehand. I didn't think about it.
On social media, dudes were telling me I was crazy. I was out of my mind. I was smoking crack. I don't know football. I don't know the Bears. All kinds of shit. But you know what? I stuck to my guns. Fuck it. This is what I think the Bears will do. I think the Bears can go 10-7. So I think we win that first game. JB, I don't think you agree with me.
I did not.
Chris, what do you think?
I'm just looking at this schedule, and like I had told us like some shows ago, that the Bears had, if not the easiest, one of the easiest schedules in the league. So even with the team that we have now, it's not out the realm of possibility that we can have a good record, be above 500. It's not out the realm of possibility. I mean, you talking about the Texans, the Giants, Vikings always come and go. Commanders, you really don't know. Dolphins, you got the Lions, the Falcons, the Jets. The Eagles is another one that you could possibly win. Then you got the Lions again, and then you got the Vikings. I can really see us winning, being above 500 and having at least a 9-8, or maybe even like you said, a 10-7, because it's not off the realm of possibility at all. Not looking at the teams that we play this year. Now, if this was last year's schedule, shit, we probably would have came out with maybe 4 wins if we were lucky.
Okay, hey Frank, since you and I seem to be the only people of actual like substance on this podcast.
Whoa, damn, man.
So tell me, you think that we're gonna be that bad?
I don't think we're gonna be that bad, honestly, JB.
With that schedule, you think we're gonna be that bad?
What did I say, T? I said 7-10, right?
Yep.
What are 10 losses coming in at?
I said 8-9.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, I threw 8-9, possibly 9-8. You could possibly go 9-8, but I mean, I'm going to say 8-9. I have Detroit beating us one game. As sad as it sounds,
I have to split with Detroit. Yeah, I have to.
I do too.
Wait, hold on. What makes you so positive that Detroit gonna beat us one time?
Because we're choke artists.
Who are choke artists?
Bears.
You do know there's a chance that we may have a competent offense now with a competent coach, not with a guy that's going to sit up there and damn near throw the damn games away because he doesn't want to run the ball.
You think 8-9 is still not a bad season for the Bears?
Rookie OC. There's the rookie QB coach. You have to factor all that in.
I did. Hell, I factored in that the goddamn Packers had a damn rookie coach and they won the fucking division.
Hey, T, put that back up. No, the rookie coach with Aaron Rodgers, really?
Yeah.
Shit, it still don't matter. It's still a fucking rookie coach.
Packers are sweeping us as long as Aaron Rodgers is set up in uniform.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
Still a rookie coach.
There is no coach. Aaron Rodgers is that coach.
T, I need you to flip 3 games. No, I need you to flip 4 games.
Uh-oh. Which game?
I need you to flip one of those Lions games.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I don't see it.
I definitely need you to flip that Packer game. I need you to flip that Eagles game.
Wait, the Packers.
I actually have the Bears beating the Eagles because I don't think Jalen Hurts is shit.
If you go back and look what they got now, it ain't just on the offensive
side. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there.
And I'm going to tell you right now, the game that everybody's going to probably be upset with me about, I don't know about the 49ers game because if it's Jimmy G, they'll probably win. If it's Trey Lance, who knows?
It's going to be Trey Lance.
The Texans game.
I actually picked the Bears to win week 1 versus the 49ers because it is week 1. If you told me we were playing the 49ers in week 5 or 6, no shot we're beating them.
That's why I said I'm gonna push on the 49ers game because, like I said, I don't know if that's Jimmy G or Trey Lance. Hell, we don't even know if Deebo Samuel's gonna be.
It don't matter. Why do it even matter?
But the 49ers defense is still something to reckon with. But I'm telling you right now, what the Texans just did in the draft.
Oh, man, get your ass out of here.
I'm not saying the Texans.
Get your ass out of here.
Who want to bet?
I'll bet.
Let's do it.
I'll bet. You talking about the damn Texans? The damn Texans. Out of all the teams on here, them and the Falcons are probably, you know something? I would have gave you the Jets before the fucking Texans.
You saying the Texans are going to come to Chicago and win?
I'm saying this right now. The Bears are losing one to those New York teams. Bears are losing both of those.
They're going
to be both of them New York teams.
The Jets, but the Jets have done very well in the draft, too. First of all, Sauce Gardner and them boys?
Right, bullets.
What?
Trey Lance is beating himself. He ain't beating us.
I ain't worried about Frank. Week 1, I'm not worried about the 49ers.
No, I was just commenting on Bullets' comment.
But you think we're going to lose in week 3 to the damn Texans?
Because after Aaron Rodgers beats our tail handily week 2, we're going to be prime bait week 3 for Lovey to come in and steal one.
The Packers.
No, we're not.
Lovey Smith is going to be coming with some emotion. I'll tell you that for sure.
And
I don't give a fuck what he come with.
I still don't think they're going to beat him.
It's his team.
Did you see what they drafted? Did you see what they got going on? That's not a terrible team.
I don't care. They still going to be last in their damn division, be one of the worst teams in the NFL.
How much money you want to lose, Chris?
How much money you want to lose?
I don't know.
If you for a second think that the damn Texans gonna come in here, who's their wide receivers?
What do you want to bet, Chris?
Who's their wide receivers?
Who's their quarterback?
Davis Mills had a pretty good season last year.
Davis Mills. I didn't really remember, obviously.
Who's their running back?
I'm dead ass serious. So,
who's their running back?
Chris, what do you want?
Who's their tight end?
Who's their running back?
I don't even know anybody on Houston, honestly, so I can't.
Damn. Hey, who they got on the defensive line?
Lovey Smith.
What do you want to bet?
What you want to bet?
Because the same thing you said about
you talking about the damn Texans. You talking about the Texans?
About the Bears.
The Texans.
Come on. I don't got the Texans.
Come on, man.
The Bears are not going to beat every single team. Because if I'm looking at your list properly, you have them pretty much beating every single team that they should beat. They're not going to beat every single team that they
He has us going one loss in the division. No.
Yeah, I have us splitting pretty much all 3 teams. In the
No. He got us more than one loss. He got us splitting with the Vikings, Packers, and he got us splitting with the Packers.
3. So
I'm sorry, 4-2. Ooh.
I mean, you sit up there, y'all keep thinking that Detroit gonna beat us.
I
don't know why you're thinking that.
And then what makes Minnesota so damn good?
Nothing. I don't know why the fuck they think Minnesota gonna beat us both games.
I have them splitting.
They'll get lucky. They'll get lucky and win one in Minnesota.
Like I actually have the Bears to lose one of the games against New York. If they're going to beat both New York, I could see them possibly losing to the Commanders. Like I just don't see. I don't see them beating every single team that they should beat. That's just not the Bears. They're going to look into somebody and think.
But they're probably also not going to lose to every team that they should lose to either.
You're right.
That's just how it goes. They'll fuck around and beat like the damn Cowboys.
I was just going to say that.
It's America's most overrated team in sports.
Yeah, it's going to be a competitive thing to the Cowboys. Jared Goff only beats himself.
All I'm going to say is this.
Trey Lance only beats himself too, though. So
when we have this discussion, week 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, whatever, I don't want to hear nothing from none of y'all when the Bears are 7-10, or like you said, Frank, 8-9. I don't want to hear none of this.
Look, nobody's saying that the Bears
optimistic.
Nobody's saying that the Bears are going to be
over 500. I don't want to hear a fucking peep. Nothing. Zilch.
So we'll just take if they're above 500, you guys attack us. If they're below,
JB is gonna bet. JB is gonna bet me.
I mean, I sit up there and say I can see a scenario where they are above 500. Do I think that they're gonna win? They're gonna win more than 4 games. So they're gonna probably win more than 5, 6. 7 may be the lowest.
I said 7 and 9, and they're competitive.
I said 7 may be the lowest.
I'm sorry, 7 to 10.
Yeah.
7 may be the lowest, but I can also see them with that schedule. I can also see the Bears being over 500. I said that before I even know what the hell was going on. When they sit up there and had the list of teams that we were going to play, I said, this is an easy schedule. And even then, I called flag for, the Bears are this. And then the fucking PFF or whatever it is, they sit up there and say, they sit up there and say, and all these so-called experts sit up there and say, like, the Bears got one of the fucking easiest schedules in the NFL.
Those experts don't know any more shit than we do.
Nope.
They get paid a lot more than we do.
They do get paid than that.
Terrence knows we read something that says they're actually middle of the pack as far as the schedule is percentage-wise. They're not the easiest schedule.
I said one of the easiest schedules.
The Cowboys
I did hear have the easiest
schedule.
Which makes no sense, but
they probably do. I mean, shit, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
Cowboys are just going to get themselves into the postseason just to get knocked out in the first round again. I mean, that's
that's what the NFL wants. The NFL loves when the Cowboys are on top. It's just that they wet the bed every time.
But that's what we're saying.
They
How
need a
does
fucking
team that
diaper.
make the playoffs have an easier schedule than a team that didn't?
Man, this is what I say about all them experts.
Is it coming? Is it coming?
It was supposed to. Now it is.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes.
That's what I think about all those goddamn experts, man. They're a bunch of fucking assholes. They don't really know what they're talking about. Shit, we just predicting and guessing too.
Yeah.
They
just get paid a lot more to do it.
Yeah, that's it. But it's going to be an interesting season. I'm interested to see how the offense looks. I'm also interested to see how that defense is going to look with Eberflus and him bringing back over that cover 2. And I'm excited to see what those 2 second-rounder guys going to do as well.
Yep, it'll be very.
Even though Eberflus did say today that Kyler Gordon was lighting shit up.
I saw some highlights, man. That dude is.
So, speaking about these transactions that they just made, a couple wide receivers. I think Tajay Sharp, is that his name?
No.
And Dante.
Right. I agree with that one.
Dante Pettis.
I mean, he's a good special team. He's a good return guy.
They just pick up an offensive lineman and came off.
I mean, he's short as hell. He's gonna add on to our short guys that we got.
Man, JB's expression was funny.
Hey, look here, man. Listen.
The roster is what we got.
It's what we got. Thank you.
Yeah, anything else they're getting right now ain't shit.
That's it. Let's not get excited about any moves.
Well, we still got some time. People will be cut due to cap casualties, so we will have some cap casualties.
Yeah,
you never know.
We're gonna get
to see what the final 53 is gonna be.
I said should be, but that doesn't mean we're gonna get them.
I mean, that doesn't, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we sit up there and we got a guy that we could really use.
Who, Chris?
Odell Beckham?
Negative.
I mean, hell, we got 16 million.
Stop
He's not coming here, Frank. He's not coming here.
I know. He's going to a competitor. He's not going to come here.
I mean, know what I want him to come here anyway.
Yeah, there's no point in coming here. Like, I mean, we're not going to get anybody.
Glass, I wouldn't even want him.
What you're going to see is a heavy dose of David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert, and you're going to hope that Byron Pringle can do something in that second slot, and you're going to hope that Equinemius St. Brown can hit some jump balls in the end zone. That's all you're going to see.
And you're going to hope that Cole Kmet's going to be rocking out double-digit touchdowns this year.
And he's not.
Hey, I'll take that bet.
That's a bottle of basil.
I'll bet you 8 touchdowns.
Oh, you said double, Frank. That's a bottle of basil if you say double.
17 double.
We just talking about 10. That's a bottle of basil.
I have no idea what the hell that is, but I take it some type of alcoholic beverage.
Damn.
Think about it. Get back to me. We got some time.
I'll get back to you. Double digits is kind of pushing it. I don't know about that one.
You said it, not me.
I know. I bit my own tongue in that one.
So, do we want to get to this full court press real quick?
It'll be short and sweet.
All right.
Full court press. We have zero to talk about the Chicago Bulls, except for the fact that Lonzo Ball's knee is a problem moving forward, and Bulls management is overly concerned. He's to see a specialist. For those that are still on the Chicago bandwagon, we don't know what Zach LaVine is going to do. There's talks of AK trading, taking trade rumors or requests for Vucevic. But damn all that. We Chicago. The last 2 days, if you have not tuned in to ESPN to see what Pat Bev had to say,
Pat Bev,
he's truly representing Chicago right now. Because I need some truth. I'm tired of this cookie cutter bull. I'm tired of people saying, oh, he's good, he's great, and all that. I like the fact that he was like, you don't talk about him in the locker room. For what? Do yourself a favor. Go to YouTube, pull up Pat Bev, enjoy yourself. And remember,
I'm just thinking
Chi-Town does this.
Pat Bev, man.
That's it. That's it.
What did he say? We go to a winery the day before we play Chris Paul. We don't give a shit about Chris Paul.
He said, we ain't going to sleep.
But when we're playing again,
I'm in bed at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, when we're playing against Golden State, I'm sleeping in bed at 8 p.m. getting ready for the game the next day.
Love it.
Damn.
Love
it. Yeah,
he
tore apart Chris Paul.
If you haven't seen it,
he tore Chris Paul apart.
Now, I did see the part where he called him a cone.
That was one of the minor ones, man. Like he literally had a whole segment today as well.
Yeah, I heard he came back today. I didn't see it today.
And in my opinion, he kind of gave Stephen A. Smith a little humble pie. Man, shut your loudmouth ass up. Just because you yell don't mean you know everything. The hell?
Yeah, Stephen A. Sometimes I just want to chop him in the throat. Right. I can't put that on Facebook though, otherwise I'll get banned for another 72 hours if I put
two people that I would love to battle on a show like this. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp. They both tools. I handle them.
Can we get like an undisputed show on here where we can have Shannon and Skip going up against each other while we're all watching?
Forget that.
I do love watching those shows, man.
Hey, both of them.
I bet you a bottle. I bet you a case of dew.
Case of dew.
No substance.
You owe me like 6 already.
First of all, who drinking Mountain Dew? Not me.
Yeah, somebody who gets
somebody that want to be up all goddamn night.
And, okay, Darth Spector, you said it. Pat Bev getting blasted by everyone right now. You know
I love
why?
what Pat Bev did.
You know why he's getting blasted? Because he's telling the truth.
Don't nobody like that.
Nobody likes that. The media always wants you to be like, oh, they're a great player and we have this relationship and nobody wants to ruffle any feathers. Hey, forget all that. You know what, dude? When me and you step on the court, I'm at your head. You suck when it comes to me and you. I need to hear that.
That's what I love, and I wish they would do more of interviews with people who are still playing as opposed to people who are already retired.
Thank you, Frank.
I love, like, Pat Bev, some of the stuff maybe I'll disagree with him on, but I don't care because he was speaking the truth of what he feels and everything. And he is one of the best. I don't know when he was going on the best defender in the world, but he is one of the best defenders in the NBA.
I actually cannot argue that. I can't argue that he's a 3-time All-NBA defender.
Oh, absolutely. He's a beast.
He's a pest.
Well, fact of the matter is that Pat Bev, he comes on my show and tries to show me out. But my resume speaks for itself.
He's got that Stephen A. Get it.
I got over 15 years. 15 years, y'all, of doing this shit. And you want to come on my show? And I'll do me? I mean, I can't even believe it. I mean, like, it's blasphemous.
You need to just do a Stephen A.
Come on my show and try to do me. Molly. I don't want to hear. I want to hear Molly.
You know the first thing I'm going to tell Stephen A. Smith? God rest his soul. If Stuart Scott was still alive, we wouldn't even know your name, boy. Now drop the mic on that and move on.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow.
Stephen A. Smith.
Well,
we
might as well go ahead and get some shout outs real quick. Get the hell.
I'll tell you who we not shouting out.
Stephen A. Smith. But I am shouting out Pat Bev.
I'm shouting out Pat Bev. I'm shouting out the homie Pat Bev because that's what we needed to hear. I'm tired of hearing this cookie cutter stuff, man. I'm tired of it. Oh, just like, keep going. Keep going. Because now you about to get me, you about to pull that out of me.
Wait, is that my shout out? All right. I shouted out Pat Bev already. Hey, people can blast him, people can say whatever that they want of him. The fact that he stood up on that stand, not just for one show, he did it for 2 whole days, defending himself, saying he was like, I'm just speaking how I see it, how I'm playing it. I'm the one who's defending it, not anybody else's ass. You can watch it, I'm seeing it. So I love that fact. But shout out to the chat, which was live like crazy today. A lot of new people, I felt like. Dark Specta, is he new too?
He's returning. He's
returning. Okay, he might just be new to me then. But a lot of the new people loved it. You know, great guest, man. That guy was, man, he was hilarious. He just fit in with us perfectly on this. Seriously, man.
Yeah, he does.
So, absolutely shout out to him, and shout out to all you guys, man. Fun podcast, always is. Even though Foul Mouth shows up late and still drops enough F-bombs to censor us on YouTube, so I can't watch it at work tomorrow.
I can't either.
Hey, I gotta make my quota, baby.
It's everything I got for me.
Foul Mouth.
Well, fuck it. I'll say it. Hi, John's mom. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to you fellas, man. I had to make a run earlier, so appreciate y'all popping me back in or whatnot. To Terrence Lovey Smith.
Dude, that is damn. When October comes around, dude, you're lovey.
No, man.
Hey, at least you know who Terrence gonna be for Halloween.
I'm cutting my shit.
No, you gotta go out now. You gotta go out.
Frank, yeah, JB, T, once again, appreciate y'all. It's always fun coming on here, talking with you guys about the Bears and different sports topics. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Chat was live tonight. Thank you all. Also, remember to like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to our special guest, DJ Moore. Funny as dude. And he kept it real. I love coming on here and having players that played the game, and when they give us insight to things that we don't normally know about, because the media's damn sure ain't gonna let us know, and the organizations ain't gonna let us know. So it feels best that we actually hear from them, and they can tell us some of the ins and outs and behind the scenes things that go on in professional sports. I want to give a shout out to the kiddies. One that's right over here to my right that ain't sleep, and it's past that bedtime, so you better go.
Damn, that's so
Nah, this one ain't got one. It's the baby girl. She ain't got one. But the other two, they better be asleep, or the phone bandit is back, baby. I'm taking phones around here, and I'm putting people on punishment. Phones and punishment.
I mean, what if they're watching us? We're getting the views, though, man.
Matter of fact, I should have them sit up there, set them up a profile.
That's views.
Shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom. Shout out to any family of ours that's out there listening. Is this my Oscar cue to like hurry up and shit? Play the fucking music over here, shit.
You better wrap that up, B.
Right. And that's about it. Shout out to everybody. Be safe out there, and summertime shine right around the corner, baby.
It's on me.
Oh, you.
So I'm gonna echo the same sentiments. Shout out to the chat. It was on fire. There was a lot of people just going in. Moms, Man, Devin G. Thomas, good to meet you, brother. My man Bullets, my brother from another, West Side. I respect it. I've known that man since diapers. Diab checked in. Skylark 99. A lot of good guys. My man Jesse, Sherry, like a lot of people chimed in, and we appreciate the love. Like without the chat, we just four guys running our mouths. You know what I'm saying?
We good at that, though.
Love, yeah, we good at it, but still, you know, we need that out. Shout out to some of my coworkers that chimed in. Shout out to some of my mom's people that chimed in and are watching. We appreciate all the love. Shout out to DJ Moore. Man, when I tell you we have a guest that lets us know the real, this is what we're talking about on the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. There's other podcasts you can watch, but they're going to give you the same rhetoric that you see when you click channel 3 or 30. And for one, that's not what I'm about. Let me know that insight. Let me know that real. If you don't like a person, hell, tell them, hey, people, I don't like it work. I don't rock with you. It's okay. But it's fine to let people know how you really feel. That way we're not all drawn into that same box where everybody's cookie cutter, everybody's the same. I hate that stuff. Shout out to Shy Town Own, even though he wasn't on the show. Shout out to Pat Bear because you made the segment. Brother, if you're listening, or if somebody's listening, you know somebody that knows him, bring him on the show.
Oh, God, that'd be great.
We got a platform for him. We definitely do. And that's all I got. Because you know what? I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care. I'm going to say what I got to say, man. I don't care.
Right. Fuck it.
All right, Lovey, your turn.
Shout out to Lovey Smith.
Rex Grossman is our quarterback.
I do not look like. But shout out to Kirk Franklin, who DJ Moore does look like.
You are your own guy.
Are you with me? But DJ, awesome dude, man. Funny as hell. As Foulmouth said, DJ funny as fuck, man. We definitely are going to have him back. And shout out to Christian Shatterfeld for making that shit happen. And Chris has his own show. He has his own podcast called the Chris and DJ Show. So it's with Chris and DJ. Well, the Chris and DJ Show, duh. And we might have some exciting news regarding the Chris and DJ Show. So stay tuned for that. And also stay tuned for some other things that the Chicago Clubhouse Network has coming up. Speaking of which, there are some events coming up. I'll get to those in a second. I'm going to finish my shout outs. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate y'all. Dark Spectre, Bullets, Devin, Jesse Cottrell, and Mama. Hi, Mom. And anybody else I forgot, charge it to my head, not my heart. We appreciate all of y'all. And like JB said, it wouldn't even be no show without y'all. It would just be us talking, and we don't know shit. So we appreciate y'all putting up with our foolishness. Everybody in the chat who did not contribute, you already know what I'm about to say. You already know. You are officially a lurker. But we appreciate you anyway. You don't have to say shit if you don't want to. No, just you watching our foolishness. That's what we appreciate, man. So you taking the time to watch us, appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Join our Facebook group. It's called Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Check us out on Twitter at Shy Clubhouse 11. And also on Instagram at Chicago Clubhouse Sports. And you can also check out the other podcasts on the same network. We have Plunked Baseball Podcast, She Said What She Said, which comes on tomorrow, which is a ladies podcast. It's really good. Check that out. And the Shits podcast. We never really mentioned the Shits podcast. It's not sports, so it kind of breaks the monotony a little bit. It's a funny podcast though, and it's Chicago based. It's funny as hell. They have comedians on there. We're actually gonna have a hypnotist on there on May 29th, Sunday, May 29th. A real live hypnotist who was on America's Got Talent. He hypnotized the Highwaymen there. So he is going to be on the podcast. And I found a hypnotist volunteer.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because I ain't barking like no dog. Hey, Chris.
My ignorance got limits.
Well, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So please make sure that you watch that. We're going to have fun this slow part of the off season. We're just going to have a lot of fun with it. So even though there's not much football going on, we're still going to be on here. We're still going to have a good time. We'll still be talking shit, and we'll still talk to some great guests. So do not tune out. Stay tuned. As far as the events coming up, we do have the Chosen Few picnic on July 2nd. We're going to be out there barbecuing. We're going to be out there sweating, dancing to house music. And we're going to just talk to a lot of people, doing a lot of networking. And that's going to be fun. Even though JB is like, even though JB not going to come, but I think he is going to come. But right now he's saying he's not. JB is like the resident cook. It's not even a party without JB. It's just like a get together. But JB makes it a party. He gonna come. He just being a bah humbug right now. So we're gonna have a barbecue. We're gonna have a tent. We're gonna have the whole setup. So make sure you come. The tickets are kind of expensive now. The city is really trying to get over. So the tickets is like $60 now just to get in. So they are getting over, but it is still a good time. So if you can, you could jump online and buy a ticket, or you could buy a ticket at the gate. But you can definitely find the Chicago Clubhouse Network tent. But yes, we're going to have a tent thanks to some of my family and some of our friends. We are going to have a tent. Come in, eat, drink, have fun, dance to house music, get drunk, whatever. So that is July 2nd. We have another event that is coming up, a bowling party. Yes, a bowling party.
Podcast bowling league going on.
And that is going to be probably in late July, either late July or early August. A bowling party. And that is going to be on the north side. So, if you got your little bowling skills together, you got some little bowling shoes, you want to show off or whatever, now is your opportunity. So make sure you come to that, and we'll be there. Hopefully, a lot of other people will be there, people that have been on the podcast as guests, and it should be a good time. So make sure you mark your calendar. We don't have a date yet, but mark your calendar for either late July or early August for that. All right. I definitely want to shout out my guys, Frank the Tank, Foul Mouth C, and my man, the Stat Man, JB. It wouldn't be no show without y'all or the chat. It would just be me talking to myself, and nobody wants to hear that shit. So I appreciate y'all for being here all the time.
I got one more shout out when you're done. Actually, it's not a shout out, it's a no shout out.
Oh.
Like a Stephen A. Smith no shout out.
Well, what's your no shout out?
Right. This is to Allen Robinson.
Oh.
Who decided to be a smartass and tweet, Zach LaVine, get out of Chicago now while you can. All right, I read that yesterday. I forgot to bring that up.
He said that?
Literally trying to get Zach LaVine to come to LA.
Well,
he wants Zach LaVine to come to LA. But the way he said it was just as a total destroying of Chicago by saying, get out of Chicago now. So Allen Robinson, yeah. Give me that thumb down voice right there. As much as I loved that when he was in Chicago, that was messed up when I read that.
Well,
you got the music going. I don't think you can do it. All good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can't get it. I can't get it. But let me look for something else for him.
No, but you know what?
What's that?
I get it.
He's trying to recruit to LA. I understand that. But
first of all,
What again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
God, I want
to don't let JB fool you. He's a Laker fan.
Fool me?
I'm not gonna lie. I've always been a Laker fan my whole life, man. It doesn't mean I like LeBron James or any of these.
He's talking about he gets it. I don't get it.
Okay. Shout out to Moore's Beer.
I need some Moore's team.
Hey, I got you. Raise your standards. Hey, and by the way, Moore's has an event coming up. And the whole Chicago Clubhouse Network is going to be there. But they have an event at the Sears Tower, which is technically
Thank you for
Willis
calling
Tower.
it Sears.
Sears Tower, 99th floor on Juneteenth. Well, actually the day before Juneteenth.
Right, because that's on a
Juneteenth
Monday.
is the Sunday, June 19th. So that Saturday, June 18th, they're having this they're having this unveiling of a new beer, and it's gonna be on the 99th floor of the Sears Tower, and the tickets are $150. That's nothing. Just stop drinking for like a week and save that money, and you'll probably have over $150. So make sure you save your money and you make that event, because it's gonna be dope. How many of us can really say we've been on the 99th floor of the Sears Tower kicking it? Aside from you, JB, you done just about everything. But yeah, I never have, and I don't think Franken and Foulmouth C have. It's gonna be a good time. So save your money, and let's do that. Shout out to Tilly's. It's Taco Tuesday, but I know I sure ain't gonna make it. So
damn, tacos sound good right now.
Hey, one day
I will make it.
One day we'll do a show.
One day in June, I will make it, because I will no longer be on it. Foulmouth C will be taking over. So it will be Foulmouth C, JB, and Frank the Tank.
I was talking about doing a show from Tilly's.
Oh, well, we can make that happen too. We can make that happen.
I want some tacos too, man. Come on.
Yeah. Every time we talk about Taco Tuesday, man, every single time it's like, damn, taco sounds good right now.
Hey, Frank, I feel some kind of way, man.
Yeah.
Well, we will make that happen. We will make that happen, man. So I think we just about done here, man. I ain't got no more to say. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say?
No, I'm on this damn little fast right now. I'm on day 2. This shit killing me. I'm over here got the crackhead scratch going on.
Oh, wow.
And I eat no meat.
Why are you fasting?
Trying to lose some weight.
Dude, you act like you fat.
I feel it. I feel like I am.
I'm on your boat too, Foulmouth. It's all good, man.
Man, I'm trying to get dead sexy for the summer. I'm trying to make.
Yeah, you got to get that summer.
I'm trying to make I'm trying to make women car insurance go up.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
You know, one thing quick on, we didn't talk about it at all. Who we picking in the basketball? Who you got? Mavs, Warriors. And we got Heat Celtics.
We got to talk about that right now. Can we talk about that next week?
Oh, the series could be over by next week.
I'm gonna say this. I'm saying I've always contended that it would be Golden State, and I'm sticking with them.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm gonna say Golden State Celtics.
That's who I got to. Golden State Celtics.
We got a Mavericks fan.
You dreaming
as much as I would like to see the Mavericks, Luka just doesn't have enough help to beat.
You don't have enough help. He's fine. He's great.
He is ridiculously fine. Like seriously, but he needs more help in order to get to that extra. He can put up 40. It still doesn't mean you're beating Golden State.
So next week, who do we have up next week? Oh, our guest next week is going to be the one and only former Chicago Bears wide receiver Wendell Davis.
Woo!
Nice. I'm sorry. Some of y'all, if y'all not like 33 or over, you ain't gonna know who that is.
Be 35 on the 25th.
Go look up highlights. Wendell Davis was a monster.
He was that number one we had been waiting for.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, when they had a game in Philly, he planted and
at the vet.
Yeah, so it didn't look good for him after that. But nevertheless, we will have him on the podcast next week. So make sure you watch. And now I think that we don't have anything else to say. I will leave you with this.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
That's good. Pat Bev is a wolf while Stephen A is a sheep.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Because we ain't never out like that.
Deuces.
Good night, Canada.
See ya.
Canada, what the fuck?